Welcome to Chaotic Calling Streaming. Goddamn. I'm the DM Starwind, about to take some racist bastards through Time War Kingdom. They were originally from Tynac, but we're in Time War now, so here we go. We got Gideon Metal Lake, the Halfling Barbarian.
I can't.
Well, you know.
Serious intro-wise right now, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, and we got Ryder, the Halfling Druid, Circle of Forces. Only you can prevent forest fires.
I'm gonna kill everyone!
Only you can prevent animals.
You racist bastards. Alright, Freya, the Dragonborn Druid, Circle of the Moon.
Hi, guys.
Ragnar, the Paladin of Tiamat. Quotation marks.
How's everybody doing?
We're going to jail!
Probably. No, we're not racist. At least we don't. Anyway, after
sometimes.
yeah, we can be a little discriminative, but hey, that's the natural world order, right?
You're not a nit.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it right there! I'm about to. All right, calm your tatas. We're doing something here. All right, so after leaving Felran, our group managed to make it to Dragonspine, and there, oh boy, in the city, they found out that there were other members of the cultists who were there to greet him, and with that, the cult had business in the city. The party splits off and goes look for amenities or shops to explore. We did kill a bunch of cave bears too before this, if I recall correctly. Wasn't that what we were saying?
Yeah.
Shot them good.
Yep. We had toasted cave bear with a side of cub, but they didn't want to kill the cub, so the cub's currently with Gideon. So, Freya re-met up with an old childhood friend who was a kobold named Bexy, and in the Minium, I think a group of you went to buy potions, plate mail, and after Eric gave some funds to Leon so that you guys can go do your shopping finally. What's that AC looking like now, Ragnar?
21.
Ah, damn, it's gonna be hard to hit you. They also got to meet...
marginally harder to hit than the Barbarian.
Yeah, just gotta get that deck stuff ready. They also got to meet Pyra, a red-skinned tiefling who had a very lovely rack.
Bitch.
Yeah. She went to pick up the headdress meant for Freya. Ragnar picked up a potion of bullshit. Ryder found a hunt. Yeah, no, we call it the what the fuck, man. We got Ryder who found a hunting lodge while looking for a leathersmith. Found out their name was the Piercing Eye, where Ryder found out that if you spend a week with them on a wild game trip, you can join their lodge. Giggles had some fun that night, and the group managed to sleep through it all. They finally awaken and prepare for another trip as they go to the Wilderlands, a region south in the jungle. So join us as we continue. What was the last scene like? I don't know. It's been a week.
Us getting in the carriage.
So we were all piling into the carriage. I would say there was actually another carriage there too, in the Black Dragonborn. He's joining with two half-elves beside him as they get in the rack, and you see Vexy get in the back, and a Pyra's with them, and she's like, alright with these guys. Eric and some of your other non-named cultists join Ragnar, and you guys all kind of gather up into your carriage. And yeah, is there any other preparation we need to do before we just head south?
No, I don't know.
I'm going to roll something.
Don't believe so.
I'm going to roll something, so we're going to see how long this... Okay, so it's on the high end. Alright.
So Ragnar, the next location is the temple.
Yes, that's where we'll be headed.
There's no stops in the way this time.
Only 4.
Given we have good fortune traveling, then it should be a straight shot.
Yeah. Ragnar, you would know it'd take about 17 hours going due south from here, but by carriage you're unsure if that's going to be hindered anyway. We'll figure it out.
We should reach there within I'd say a good 17 hours or so of travel time.
I wonder if there will be any interesting beasts to see in the forest or in the jungle. I believe that's what it's.
Oh, I'm
The
waiting for
jungle.
them.
Yep. So yeah, you start, you know, as you start heading south, like no more than maybe an hour or two in, you can start seeing the greenery getting thicker and thicker, and the humidity starting to go up higher and higher, and the temperature is starting to build up just by 5 degrees or so. You know, you feel like it's definitely warmer in this region. What I am curious
This
about.
is more like it, I say as I lean back and look up into the tree.
Fucking cat.
You know, I thought there was a roll table for jungles, but there isn't, is there? Maybe that'll work. But yeah, on this trip, is there anything you guys need to talk about before you get to the location? Or if there's anything you need me to let you know, in case I'm forgetting something that happens?
I don't think we'll have any private time.
Well, you might want to
Dude,
set
no,
up for... There might be a chance for you guys to set up for a lunch break or something, which would probably
Yeah,
be...
yeah.
I'm trying to debate on whether or not there's any... Like on this trip, you notice, like, there's no real traffic coming up towards the north. There are some, like, small settlements, like maybe people who, like, built hovels along the roadway just because, you know, free land. If they can deal with the wilderness, then, you know, they can have it, right? But, yeah, for the most part, it's just been pretty quiet for, like, maybe 4 or 5 hours. And it gets
Can
closer...
I try to keep an
Go ahead.
Can I try to keep an eye out for interesting animals that I might have not been able to see? You know, in the normal forests of Tynac or Timor. No, it is Timor. That is right.
One or the other. Let's see here. I'm gonna let you roll your perception since you're Well, I'll let you
Yeah,
choose. Do you want to
thank
act? Do you guys want to actively look, or do you want me to just use your passive?
Yeah, use my passive because, you know, I'm bomb.
I'm actively looking.
You're actively
and
looking.
I give myself guidance.
Okay.
I think that'll help me.
You do that. I'm going to pop up a couple things here because I can't find anything that's like specific jungle, so I'm going to mix swamplands with forest and just kind of browse through there and see if I can find something that will suit our needs.
Got a 19 plus 4, so
19 plus 4.
23.
And your passive is what again, Lexi?
29.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's see here. So we're looking for druid creatures that you could turn into. Right. So one thing you kind of notice, like in some of the more humid areas, you could find like a pond that's a little ways into the jungle, and just kind of looking, you can see like a giant crocodiles wrenching their teeth out of the water as they try to bite at some birds that kind of flew by, and then one of the birds gets captured, so you can put down a giant crocodile. Let's see what else we can do.
Is that CR1 or lower?
I don't know, it's a creature you saw. Like, I don't know if you could turn into it. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm just kind of browsing here to see what else you can turn into.
Is there any snakes?
Matter of fact, there is a giant constrictor snake you can see in the branches of one of these trees as you kind of drive by.
Giant constrictor. Okay.
And, let me see if I can find you at least one more since you have such a nice perception. If you don't have giant elk, I would say like on your way.
I've already got.
you would have giant elk now for sure if you just like you probably would have seen it somewhere between here and there anyway.
I'll just put down. If I see a giant crocodile, could I just turn into a normal one?
If it suits your needs, yes. Like if it's your CR limit.
Yeah, my CR limit is 1. Because Lexi is overpowered with her.
Yeah, she's a good druid.
What? Are you bitching? What?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're the one that picked it.
Bitch.
You're the one that picked it. And I would say giant apes, if you could turn into those. Like,
They've already had giant ape issues.
yeah, I know, and I'm waiting for that to happen again. And that probably is beyond your CR, but still, these are like creatures you see and maybe one day able to turn into.
Alright.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, you guys are a pretty large group. You got 2 carriages going south. Anything that looks like it's about to threaten you takes a look and sees how many people are in your carriages and think twice before they even do anything. So
Felicia.
So yeah, you guys are having an easy go. So like it becomes around noon, 1 o'clock maybe, and the Black Dragonborn and his seconds kind of like stop their carriage and kind of point back to you. Let's set up a camp or something so we can get some lunch. Everybody's kind of tired. We need to feed the horses. Blah blah blah. You know what to do. And his little crew kind of breaks out of their carriage and starts setting up like a makeshift camp so you guys can like have a moment to rest, have a moment to talk about events, maybe pull someone off to the side and try to discuss what you want to do when you get to the temple. So yeah,
Right.
what do you guys want to do?
I guess we'll stop then, since everybody else is.
Like, is there any conversation that's going to be happening, or should we just keep going?
I'm
gonna...
gonna.
Go ahead, Ryder.
I was gonna hang out with Ragnar, but what were you gonna do?
Guess what? I'm hanging out with Ragnar, thank you.
Mm.
Goodbye.
It's a party.
Excuse me, I'm hanging out with Ragnar for a second.
Pyra comes over there and hangs her tits over Ryder. It's like, hey, Ragnar, how are you?
Excuse me.
Hey, I put my
Oops, didn't see you there. Did see you there.
Oh, I look around and I see the tiefling and I'm like, oh, hi, hi.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, it's my best friend.
Breast fed, yeah. But no.
I'm gonna drag Ragnar off to the side.
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
what?
follow.
Yeah. What? No, okay.
This is a A-B conversation. Ryder, see your way out of it.
And Pyra walks
Right,
over to
I know.
It's
Leon.
private.
I huff off.
Pyra found a new target. She's going after Leon.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Man, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either, but still. That's where she's going. You can see those two talking, but... Alright, so you pull him off to the side. We'll come back to you, Ryder. What do you do? What are you guys up to?
So can I do like a stealth?
I would love for you to do a stealth. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Good job.
So I'm going to awkwardly ask him if we could, lock this thing in between me and him.
I need context. What do you mean?
But then ask it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so how's this conversation play out is what we need to know.
Will you share my sleeping roll?
I'm still awkward around you. Would
I'm honest.
you care to be my mate?
Like...
I kind of just blurted out.
Tease.
So you
Like-
want me to be your boyfriend?
Yeah. So I kind of look down, like I'm thinking about getting rejected.
Well, see you later. No.
So if you both end up as parts of Tiamat, is it?
I mean, I'm alright with that.
Are you sure? I kind of look up bright-eyed.
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to give him a chance to rethink himself, I mean,
Okay, I'm happy. I'll walk off.
Awesome. And new
And then I walk in.
Yeah, your stealthy conversation. One of the half-elves that are like with Ashkin kind of walks over to Pyra and whispers in her ear. She kind of gives a giggle and kind of
No CS.
yeah, no. As you're walking back into the encampment, she kind of like throws a wink at you and kind of like blows a kiss.
I
Not to
chomp
Ragnar, yeah, to
my
you.
strong teeth at her.
So you might be under the impression your conversation wasn't as quiet as you thought it would be.
I walk up to Freya, and in Druidic, I say, "Man, that tiefling's such a bitch." And then I look around and see if anyone reacts to it.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
But I
That'd
look
be
around
nice.
to see if anyone, like, understands me. Me saying that tiefling's a bitch out loud in the middle of camp towards Freya.
I
Anyone?
think all they hear is like, so I don't think they understand you.
Sweet, they don't understand us. Can we talk for a second?
Sure.
I bring her over away from everyone, and especially away from Rock.
In what direction?
I don't know. Oh,
You're gonna go behind the bush? We'll go behind the bush.
yes.
oh, I thought you'd never ask.
I've been waiting for this day.
Okay. We're really close to the thing, the temple. And this is all in Druidic, because I know that apparently no one else speaks it too much. I am trying to be stealthy still, though.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how stealthy this conversation is. Perfect.
Not too stealthy.
On brand.
I was like, so, I heard, a rumor about there being some people of this, shiny dragon. I don't know if there's a word for it in Druidic.
Shiny dragon. What are you talking about?
Platinum.
Yeah, I'm gonna play stupid.
Okay.
Listen, Leon heard something about there being some platinum dragon thing going on. Again, this is all in
No
Druidic.
idea what the fuck a platinum dragon is, okay?
I touched myself and give guidance and I insight check.
Freya, you hear like a brief, like a flute playing, like an ocarina, just the rest of the people at camp sees Pyrrha like pulling out this flute, and she plays a quick little ditty, and then she kind of like puts it away and starts walking in a direction that seems similar to where the other two went.
But
So
I'm
do
telling
you
the
see
truth.
that?
I don't know anything about the platinum dragon.
I mean,
She's hard to read.
Wait a minute.
No,
Do I need to roll something?
no, you're fine. Like you offered it freely, so he didn't really need to make a check. But yeah, you could tell she doesn't know much about the platinum dragon.
I just look at her weirdly and it's about your boyfriend or something. Like, Leon thinks that he saw some of these dudes and it was gonna be a problem.
Okay, well, I will approach Leon then, if that's the case.
You hear bushes
Well,
shaking
and it's
nearby, Freya. Only Freya.
Do what?
You hear the bushes shaking nearby.
I'm going to peer into the bush.
You see a red tiefling pop out saying, "Hey, what are we talking about?"
Oh god. Nothing.
Oh, nothing like a platinum dragon or anything?
Yeah, I don't know anything about no platinum dragon.
Oh,
Oh, no, I was
surprise!
just
Mary Sue
curious.
Tiefling has comprehend language, guys. Guess who's
Look.
not stupid and can read subtext about a bard casting a spell?
Look,
There you go.
I was wondering if she knew
Right
anything about these fucking platinum dragon people who are trying to stop us.
I know,
And that's
right?
the
We can't
truth, out
have
of
that.
character.
No, we're having this conversation in character. Stay in character, man. But she's like,
I know.
well, don't worry. If you don't know much about the
What-
platinum
what-
dragon, we'll be sure to fill you all in once you become an avatar.
No, seriously, I want to know about that right now, because I don't know what the fuck. What?
She thinks for a minute. It's like, well, it's like this. Platinum Dragon's this goody two-shoe god of a dragon who apparently didn't like the idea of having 7 or 5 wives. I think that's how this story goes. Maybe I'm wrong. But apparently Tiamat was too much of a woman for him. And because Platinum Dragon thought women like that need to go to hell, she got sent to the first layer and's been sitting there for I don't know how long. But she's moved on. He's moved on. But yeah, maybe they were married.
Those two were an item?
Maybe they were. I don't know. It's kind of hard to be an item with something that has 5 heads. But hey, I'm all for it. She kind of gives you a giggle and a wink.
Oh, well.
But no, the platinum.
Does this thing have a name?
I believe it was Bahamut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he goes by the name of the Platinum Dragon for, you know. But, yeah, apparently, him and Tiamat didn't get along, and apparently there was a big separation. Now all the children are in trouble because they don't know who to turn to. Should we turn to Daddy, or should we turn to Mommies? Well, there's more Mommy than Daddy, so... What would you
I
pick?
kind of cackle. I mean, I would pick Mommy.
There you go.
Obviously.
I don't mind having a few mommies. I give a wink. But
She
She has
scowls
so
it.
many issues.
Yeah, she gives you a scowl, like, how am I supposed to react to this little runt? Anyway,
I
she's like,
laugh.
yeah, and she's like, but it's fine. You know, you're gonna find out so much more about how bad of a dad he is, and then how much we really enjoy being in Mom's good graces. Many good graces, might I add.
Hey, just really quick, it's not nice to budge in on people's conversation.
I'm sorry, I heard you all the way back over there, and I just wanted to make sure you weren't killing each other, because it sounded like whales belching in the water.
That's the point. It was a private conversation.
And then that comes the question, why are there private conversations happening?
Why can't
I
there
don't
be
know, maybe
private
'cause they don't
conversations
fucking
with
know.
the one I follow? I follow the White Dragonborn. What's wrong with having a private conversation with the one I follow? Well, the Black Dragonborn has conversations with some, like, the...
Am I still
Seconds
around
and
at this
thirds.
point?
You guys can hear all
I
this
mean,
nonsense.
obviously you can hear it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you hear weird whale sounds.
No, well, yeah, you staying in Druidic. Like, everything she said was common, but she knows exactly what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I
So-
just never stopped speaking Druidic.
And she's like, is she always like that?
Unfortunately. I say that in Dragonic.
And she's like, I see. And she kind of leans over and whispers in your ear, like, maybe we can offer him up?
I mean, that could be on the table.
Yeah, okay.
Can I try to hear this?
Make a perception check, because, yeah, they really got down and...
I don't...
You hear you know, and they're just, oh, private conversations. Everybody's having them. I figure I join in. But she kind of like hops off. It's like,
I just throw my hands in the air and I'm gonna go for a run, and I turn into a giant hyena and I run through the forest a little bit to clear.
Okay, I make my way back using the road.
Yep.
Slowly.
That's one beast sheep down. Anyway.
It's a short rest in the next hour of laying on the top.
I get it. But, yeah. And Pyra goes and whispers to the Black Dragonborn, who is kind of isolating himself from, like, the main group that he was with previously, because now he's trying to separate a little bit, be with the people he knows who he's with. But I would say he's still like within 30 feet of anybody that's in the group. So if you wanted to try to hear that conversation, you can make a perception check. Otherwise, you know, she's just whispering stuff to him.
Does 26 make it?
Okay.
Huge from across. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're gonna jump in on ours, we might as well return the favor.
Yeah. So your draconic ears here. And by the way, I think your tail's a lot better than the Red Dragonborn's. But on top of that, they were talking about the Platinum Dragon. It seems our friend, the White Dragonborn, might need some lessons in knowing what that's about. I'll be sure to let Nikon know once we get back to the temple. And Ashkin's like, alright, whatever. And he's like, taking that information in. So, yeah, the fact that you guys are whispering the Platinum Dragon's name is catching the eyes, it seems, of your group. But no context has been, like, deceiving that you are one way or the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then Pyra goes back over by Leon, and she just swings an arm over his shoulder, makes him look very uncomfortable, and then throws a leg over his, like, so, what are you doing later? Later. You know what I'm doing later? What? Is there a
I
duck?
didn't hear that. You cut off.
Battery low.
Oh no, my battery's low. Hold on. Is it me or you? Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you was cutting out. All I heard was leg over something.
Charging
and then
battery.
What I'm doing later.
Yep, she asked what Leon's doing later, and then I paused for a moment. And Leon's like, you know exactly what I'm doing later. I'm going to the temple, woman. What the hell? And he kind of like storms away. He's like, you know what? I had enough. I gotta get away from this. He's like panting a little bit as he walks away. But yeah. So anything else you want to do on this short rest?
I'm gonna go back to my mate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna look at him and shake my head. That was a waste.
What? Was a waste?
Ragnar, they get your mic.
Talking to
Think, what?
Oh, okay, I was saying your mic seemed a little low.
Oh, talking to Ryder? Is everything okay?
Everything will be fine.
Giant hyena walks into camp and then lays down and just hops. It has a collar on.
Mm-hmm. I really got that low overall. So you guys are pretty much free to just spend the hour doing whatever. Oh, that's not what I meant to roll.
I talked to Giggles a little bit.
Giggles only answers in and
Giggles is a little shit. You're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
He's
Giggles,
my little shit.
yeah, Giggles doesn't seem to give a shit either, apparently. But yeah. Probably another creature you could probably have. You notice about 6 apes walking through the jungle area, just kind of like perusing. They see your crowd, and they seem to kind of give you a wide berth. So other than that, there's like no real threats or anything to be noticed.
Okay.
I would say they're over here if you want to hunt apes, but there's only 6 of them.
They're too gamey for me.
I'm gonna go over here and rest near this tree. Like, back against the trunk.
Yeah, and before long, the hour's almost up, and you're free to get back in your carriage and continue the ride. Any other events we want to take care of before we get back on the road?
No.
I believe so.
On the road again?
I climb up on the carriage.
So you're on top?
No, I'm sitting rider.
She's shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
I driver. Yeah.
Gotcha. When you said on top, I was actually thinking on top of the carriage where like luggage would go. That's where you were hauling some people earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, the group continues, and for my own mental sanity, like the NPCs, there's way too many of them. So as long as the scene involves a player character, I'm going to try not to get too complicated on that. So bear with me. But yeah,
Okay.
you continue south for about another good 5 hours. It's getting to be almost evening. Like I said, it would take you 17 days, or not 17 days, 17 hours. Yeah. Well, 17 days to get there.
Just you hold on a second.
Yeah. You guys want to do some... No, what I meant to say was 17 hours. So 5 hours pass, there's like another 12 hours of this trip, so you might still have to, like, spend the night somewhere. But that's up to you guys. Like, you have a big enough group that you could try to keep going, but at the same time, it's however you all want to plan to get there.
I'm on enough game.
Me either.
You said set camp?
Yeah, I was kind of
Alright.
bring the carriage to a halt and
Yeah, and I would say you'd be able to do this like 5 hours pass, and it means it's like getting to dusk. And you could probably keep going another couple hours, so that takes care of 9, 10, 11, yeah, I'd say 12. So you have another 5 hours before you get there, but you're going to go ahead and break down camp, and it's about like 8 in the evening.
I was saying to say, Ryder, do you want to do the honor?
Yes, master. I look
I'm
at her.
not your master.
It's Mistress, she's female, by the way, Pyra says as she gathers firewood.
I'm sorry, Pyra. I'm not a master with words, unlike you, apparently, mistress. I then look back and I say mistress to Freya.
You could see the wood elves and
Freya, okay?
yeah, the wood elves and the tiefling are out gathering firewood along with some of the other cultists. Not too hard to do.
I
You
will,
are-
Try to catch them outside when I do my spell so that they don't know where the camp is.
I'm gonna go out alone a little bit and gather firewood. If Gideon... Oh, actually, I'll ask Gideon to help me.
Okay.
Gideon, would you like
I get
to...
it. You don't want to do all the heavy lifting on your own.
Yeah.
Fucking lazy bitch.
Let's get a professional.
Yeah, right.
we'll go out and chop down a few trees.
Is there anything else you plan on doing?
No, not at the moment. Just getting firewood.
Alright, so yeah, you guys are venturing out there, gathering firewood. And it is very humid here. Even at nighttime, you can still feel the humidity of the day. Still, like, it's getting cooler, but it's still like a damp wetness that kind of like hard to breathe if you're not used to it. But yeah, just to kind of set the scene, I would say like it is a moonless night, so it is very dark out. So you might even need to bring a light source.
I mean, I could just touch Gideon and he'll have dark vision.
Do Dragonborns have dark vision?
I can touch somebody.
Is that a cantrip?
He has magics.
I have it on my sheet star.
No. I'm not saying you don't.
He's
It is-
asking if you have dark vision, though.
Yeah, you
No,
as
I
you
have to touch.
you have to
I
touch
have to
yourself too.
touch.
Okay. Is it a cantrip though? Is what I'm asking. Like you can cast it freely, or is it an
No,
ability,
it's a spell, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a spell.
if it's a slot you want to burn, that's the other question.
We're setting up camp for the night.
I mean,
We might as well burn
it's
one.
a level 2. I mean,
Yeah, that's pretty high for dark vision. All right. I was just curious.
well, I take that back. I'm going to light a torch.
You're gonna light a torch. Yeah, I mean that's easier than burning up a spell slot. That's what I was like. I don't remember a cantrip doing that.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't she have dark vision with her bloody cloak?
no, it only allows her to see everything
The cloak of eyes?
around
Her
her.
side out to whatever it is?
I don't.
Oh, yeah, she does that, didn't she?
Why is the Hydra's link? The Hydra link is taking me to Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Why? Hydras should be in the monster manual. Sorry, that was a spoiler.
Yeah. Robe of Eyes, wonders item, rare. When you wear the robe, you gain all directions, dark vision to 120 feet, and invisibility and into the ethereal plane out to 120. So yeah, she's good on the dark vision.
Okay.
Alright, so as you're out chopping wood, I would say, like, let's see here, where would you guys be? Let's, I know this isn't a good representation of everybody, but we'll say camp is like southeast. What was it, shift, left click, or? There we go. And as you're kind of like traveling deeper into the woods, oh man, two figures of enormous size seems to be going through. Let me double check something here. Yeah, you can see a multi-headed Hydra, not just one though. And why did my other one get deleted? And they're about maybe 150, 200 feet away from where Gideon and Freya are. And I would say Freya's probably another 100 feet away from camp.
I'd say we're right around in here, maybe.
Yeah, we could say that. And just consider the distance a lot further away than actual. Since this map, yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I'm just saying, with your perception and everything, you kind of make out like and the wailing of hydras, however that might sound.
Gideon, there's something really big. There's two somethings really big up ahead. And they look like they have 5 heads.
I'm figuring with that perception, it was a group effort. So I would have heard them. I wouldn't see them necessarily, but I would
Well, when
heard
she points them out, and
stomping
yeah,
assholes.
like they were a little ways away, and you're not sure what was making it. Now you know for sure. Yeah, you could definitely make out 2 wailing hydras just waltzing through the jungle. Unsure if they noticed you or anything at this point.
You said there's 2 of them?
There's 2 of them.
And right as she says there's 2 of them, you see one of the heads flick up this giant crocodile and then all of a sudden take a bite out of it and splits it in half, and then 2 of the heads start fighting over it.
Holy shit. It just ate a croc. A big croc. That's not too far away from our camp.
No, it's not.
Alright, so this is gonna fall under the whole metagame versus not metagame argument, and the fact that, you have to kill trolls with fire, they regen. And everyone's seen Hercules, where you're supposed to, cauterize the stumps. So, would I know, just from living in this, setting, that you probably shouldn't just melee the piss out of it? You do need to have something extra.
Not this setting, no. You wouldn't know. I mean, this is a jungle region that's not in China.
You're a bit ways from where I would have grown up. That's why,
yeah. This is
trolls, everyone knows.
I tell you what.
Everyone knows fire is trolls.
Make a history check. Let's see if you heard any stories, perhaps.
Make a history?
Yeah, we'll make
Not
a
a
history.
nature?
Nope. Because there's nothing natural about these creatures. Yeah. You wouldn't know anything.
They rolled the same modifier.
Yeah, well, yeah. No real knowledge on them.
Can I do a history check? To see if I know anything about them?
Sure,
Since
let's
I'm
go for it.
from Tynac?
I would say she was
Yeah,
born
you're
here.
from
She
here.
might know something.
I will give you
rather
with
than a history check.
yeah, go ahead and take it with advantage.
10. With advantage.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's not give you nothing. I think you know. Let's see. While it has more than one head, has advantage on saving throws against being blinded. Blah blah blah. You know it's hard to enfeeble.
I kind of want to kill them just because hydras are a fun fight.
Yeah, I mean this just kind of rolled on the table too. You know they have a lot of heads, and if you whack one and don't kill it right, you don't know the proper process. But if you don't kill it right, it's kind of like what you understood, that it might pop 2 more next round.
So if we cut a head, if we don't actually cut it right, then 2 more heads will appear in its place. Shit, we need help. Gideon, we need to go back and get the others. And say what they got.
Are you gonna run back to camp now?
Gideon kind of want to stay here.
Okay, then I'll go back. Keep an eye out for them, okay?
If you hear fighting, move faster.
I'm gonna run like hell to camp.
As you're running like hell to camp, the hydras pick up a scent, and then they all start snapping at each other. Then finally they all start going in a similar direction, kind of coming south.
To where she just headed?
Oh yeah, like it saw her as
They're
far
coming
as
at it.
Yeah,
Gideon's gonna get combat on his own for a minute. This is gonna be great.
Yeah. So you get back to camp. We said about what, 100 feet?
Yeah.
So that would
that'd
take you
be
about
2 rounds of the dash.
Yeah. And like I said, these guys were like 150 out, so they're coming in. Let me check their movement real quick.
So
I would assume they're coming in
Really?
fast.
the move speed isn't the greatest.
No, it's
like
not.
They're not horrendously mobile. They just have a lot of heads.
So, considering the distance, like, you're not really... she gets to camp, and they're probably still... And, like, this is not the scale from where they are to you, but it's like 100 feet away from you, but they are approaching. So she makes it to camp. What do you do?
Guys, we have trouble. We need to wake the fuck up.
Well, nobody's been to sleep yet.
What's going on?
I do need
2
to range the
hydras.
2 of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
do
close
I know
the
what
range.
a Hydra is?
I don't know, do you?
5-headed scaly thing that's nastiness. There. Need to
nature
hurry
check
up and
or
get the
history
fuck
check?
going.
Well, you can make a perception check to see if you can see it from here.
I don't see it, but what she explains.
Go ahead and make a history
Well,
check.
you don't. No, that fifth,
Well,
that
but-
6 will pass because Gideon's about to battle roar into this shit.
Alright, bringing out all the new NPCs that are,
Named
you.
and useful.
yeah, named and useful. Let's see
We still
here.
have mooks 1 through 5, I'm sure.
So I will say,
No,
like,
what is it, 1 through?
it'll take
8?
2 rounds for the rest of your group, so you're going to get 2 rounds to tangle with some Hydras.
Alright.
Let's see here.
So, for the sake of this fight, can you scoot them to the back edge?
Yeah, give me just
That way
a
we
second.
can have it to scale, and I'll meet up with them.
Alright, yeah, just moving. I don't know why that didn't go the way I wanted it. Come here. There. Alright.
Follow me, guys.
Oh.
Alright, so yeah, they get up to you. I don't know if they would notice you yet unless you make yourself notice. How do you want to do this? I would say you get a
No, as soon as I can, like as soon as I can get into the melee, I'm battle roar rage, and they know I'm there. I might, if you want initiative on the first attack.
You'll get surprise round, then we'll roll initiative. How about that?
Sounds fine.
Alright, and then you just tell me who you want to hit.
Yeah, I'll be hitting the one. Just, I'm gonna be in threat range, but do they have reach? I don't think they have reach. No, they do have reach, don't they? Yeah, the long necks.
Mm-hmm.
Long neck, yeah.
So yeah, I'll just stand in front of one, so it's clear who I'm hitting. And let's get this party jigging.
They both hit. So that's what, 40?
It's a nice 39 points.
39? I thought I was reading that wrong. So you come in there hacking and slashing, and all of a sudden these heads look down at what's hitting them. It's like, what the hell is this? Whack, whack, whack! And then,
What the ever like, fuck, it's a midget with a pickaxe.
yeah, so let me remember here, because...
Midget with an angry pickaxe. Angry midget. Everything.
So isn't there like a limit to like how many hit points the head has before one pops off?
I think
I feel like
every
there
25 hit points or something, a head pops off
is. Right, unless we
in a
say...
single turn.
Okay, here it
What's
is,
the
here it is.
threshold?
Here
I'll
it
pull
is.
up the.
Whenever a Hydra takes 25 or more damage in a single turn, one of its head dies. Fall of its blah blah. Okay. Unless it takes... Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to get this all
Okay,
ironed
yeah.
out.
So to kill a Hydra, you can kill all of its head, or you can just deplete its hit points. It regens 10 HP per head. It regrows though.
So currently it had 5 heads, but now we're down to 4.
So it'll be at 6, and I'll have dealt a total of 29 damage instead of the 39 for that first round.
Well, yeah, for now it sticks like this, so I got it marked for 4 heads are currently. So you like manage to swing in as one tries to bite you on the second swing, and you rip that pickaxe right through the neckline, and it just pierces into it, and then you just kind of push through the sinew and cleave that head clear off its stalk there, and it's just a limbering stalk that's like flapping in the wind now, and like Hydra goo is like spewing all over, and then all of a sudden the Hydra is being fully aware of your attacks. Now provoke a initiative, and everybody click your tokens and join us on the initiative board. You won't be here for a couple rounds, but you will be here shortly.
Yeah, that nat 20 initiative.
Let's see if this
Suck
works.
it,
I see
Hydras.
him.
I hope that's working. Oh yeah, that worked.
Seems to be working.
Alright, everybody rolled.
Yep.
Let me get everything organized. We'll see how this looks. Oh, I got these bad boys. Hold on. Alright, so we're looking at Gideon at the top of the order. So you managed to cleave off one head, now what do you want to do?
Yeah, it seemed to work pretty well last time. That's still toggled from the initiative.
Okay, that hits. That hits.
That'll be 32.
Nice. Nice damage, friend. So you managed to cleave off another head. Whack! Same as the first. They try to come in for a bite. You already cleaved into it. Slam that pick into the ground, and that head is now currently squashed into the ground as it detaches from another stalk. So now it has only 3 active heads. And then these guys are all catching up. God damn, what did the Hydra roll? 12? Alright, so the Hydra on its turn. So like the regen's not till the end of the turn. Yes, it is taking fire damage. Okay, alright. So we have 3 multi-attacks coming from the Hydra. That's what we have, right? So this Hydra can only make 3 attacks on you. Here we go. 24, a 9,
That one.
and a 20. Does a 20 hit?
Bring it in. Let's go.
Alright. Wow, that looks kind of pussy, doesn't it? So 3 and a 3. After your
whopping
rage.
6 damage.
But that's okay. He's got a friend who's going to stay right where he is and snap at you 5 times. Like the heads are competing to
So 2
see
more
who
hits
goes.
for you.
Yeah, so the heads are trying to compete to who can hit you, so a couple of them got tangled trying to get to you. So another 8 points of damage altogether because of your rage. Everybody kind of advances closer, and you can kind of see from the distance that this little halfling is holding off against 2 giant hydras who are like trying to bite at him from all directions. But now it is Gideon's turn, and next round you guys will be able to close distance.
Okay.
Are you casting it on your way over?
No, I didn't mean to.
Oh, I was about to say, it is possible for you to take an action, but that would probably put you back 30 feet. But yeah, alright. So Gideon, oh wait, at the end of their turn. Let me get that out of the way. Let's see here. I just want to double check the reading of this.
Wait, so can I
If you don't take the dash action, you can cast your spell. Because it's an action to cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm done. I'll cast Crusader's Mantle.
Alright. So this Hydra gets some health back. And then 3 becomes 6?
I believe
7.
it becomes 7.
7, yeah. So now there are... So he had 3 heads taken down, and all of a sudden as you guys start approaching, you see these
He
stalks...
lost 2 heads.
Or yeah, 2 heads. Yeah,
he
yeah.
gained 4.
Yep, and then these 2 heads that got cut off, the neckline kind of like protrudes and splits in half, and then 2 more heads grow out, and now there are 7 heads ready to bear down on him on the next turn. But alright, now we're back to Gideon.
My mission goal is literally just exhaust his entire hit point before we get too many heads.
Yeah.
Like that's the battle plan, guys. So if you're not cool with that, then you're in the wrong place.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
I think that 14 might miss. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it just barely misses, but the 21 is a hit for 18.
But I get to make up 18.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, but that's not enough to slice off a head, which is probably good in this case. So
Well, these guys will show up to the party eventually, you know.
yeah, so Yeah, you're gonna get another free hit in before anybody can even do anything. And I would say, if you guys want to move within, yeah, that's fair range. I like that range. Let's see here. So yeah, it's the 7 plus 5 heads coming after Gideon.
There's 12 attacks.
Can I
One.
move like right here?
Sure.
we have
5, 6, 7.
2. So we have 2 hits.
All right, so let me do those first, and then we'll go to the other guy.
Hey, decent damage there.
Yeah, what happened? What did I just roll shit? I guess so, huh? So
So you rolled a 9 and a 10 on a D10 for those 2 hits.
nice. All right, so that's 7 and 7. All right, 14.
Yep.
And now we got 5 more with the other head. All right, so yeah, they're just coming down after this barbarian. Oh wow, this one. Wow, they're focused. What? Okay, so 4. So that's 25, 35, 36, plus 7, 42. 6, 43. And that would be
End up
21. Yeah, 21. So you take 21 points of damage from that. And they all kind of like, yeah, they come in
Still not
and
even half.
come down trying to peck at you, and apparently they quit fighting for a moment and was able to organize a strong enough attack to at least get in there and take a bite at you. But it was, you're raging. You're not taking that much damage. And it is now the official turn.
I'm still doing pretty okay as far as...
Yeah. So now it's the proper turn order. So starting at the top of the turn order, we have Gideon, as everybody else is now on the field where they're at right this instant.
Wow.
So, yay. But that's 20.
Get extra 1d4 to that bud.
He's not in range, is he? Oh, is that the range of that?
30 feet.
That is the range.
Nice. So what, he gets a d4 added to his attack roll, is that right?
To every attack roll, yep.
This is...
Weapon attack roll.
Crusader's Mantle.
Each non-hostile creature in the area deals an extra 1d4 damage when it hits with the weapon.
Okay, so damage, not rolls. Because if it was rolls in that 14, it'd be a 15 at least.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay,
it
yeah, okay, so yeah, add d4 to the damage is what he's saying. Okay, cool. Nice.
23.
Not bad at all.
Not enough to lop off a head, with kind of best case.
No,
right
I
now,
think it was...
Still deal the hit point damage.
I thought it was 20.
How's that one looking? Because I've dicked it pretty hard. It's got
Mm.
extra heads, but its actual hit points can't be.
Oh, yeah, it has to be 25. Alright, I thought I saw 20. He's looking not like super bloody, but he definitely looks like he's not having a good day.
Not having a good day.
Not having a good day. Like, the heads that are growing in are like kind of like tangling up around the other ones because it doesn't know how to act yet, but you can
They're a
definitely...
little gimpy looking.
Yeah,
They haven't
yeah.
Fully grown in. It's like Deadpool's small hand.
Alright, so hey, best girl gets to go. Maybe not best girl. Let me set her HP real quick. Apparently that got deleted somehow.
While you're doing that, I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick break.
Are you sure?
Okay, go.
I mean, we could all take a break if you want. You guys want to take a break too?
I don't hear any argument.
I
mean, it's been an hour, so we can go ahead and take 5. So if you want to go ahead and do that while I mentally prepare all these NPCs and play D&D by myself.
Roger that.
Start thinking about what they're going to try to do so I'm not wasting everybody's time. Yeah, we'll cast heat metal on a Hydra. That'll work. Sarcasm, by the way.
I mean, okay, technically I might have started it, but I want to hear them bitching later.
I'm checking to see if we have a way to burn it. Because right now I don't. Well, yeah, I guess that would work.
I came back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
We're all taking a 5-minute. I mean, I tried to.
I just had to go use the bathroom really bad.
Oh well, yeah, but I figured might as well. So if we want to go get you a drink or something real quick, go ahead. This gives me time to consider how we're gonna fight on the NPC side.
I
I don't
mean,
drink.
if you hit it hard enough, it dies.
I think Leon's tactic is pretty simple. He'll just Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I imagine most of the non-heavies want to stay as far away as humanly possible.
Leon, do you want a rock hard?
No, that's okay. I've had enough with your humor here. Your elemental humor is wasted on me. You can keep your jokes to yourself. It's fine.
I'll show you rock hard.
I don't even want to know.
Rock hard.
I don't even want to know what your rock hard is all about. So please, no, let's not. It's not. No. I don't think that's appropriate behavior.
Oh, come on, this isn't the modern age. We don't have harassment HR.
Yeah.
You can suck it up, Buttercup.
Well, I'm not worried about you. It's that halfling.
I'll show you my long, slithery snakes.
Now, that's a deal breaker. I'm sorry. I cannot be in this relationship with you anymore.
I didn't want to.
I think I'm going to go find Pyra and see how she's... So,
At least you're mostly sure Pyra doesn't have junk, right? They do junk.
yeah, he's pretty sure about that. She's definitely made hand gestures for him to find out. One point or another, I'm sure. But yeah.
There's a few vulgar pantomimes, I'm sure.
Yeah. Maybe one day she put a cucumber down there saying, "Oh no, somebody used change. Alter self." That's not the proper usage for alter self.
That's a totally appropriate usage for alter self. What are you on?
Okay, maybe it is. But yeah.
I can just use wild shape in a different way.
So,
Dude in the bar trying to fill you up? Oh look, shit got a dick.
yeah, quick question. Everybody back? Ragnar, you're back?
I think so.
Yeah. And me and Samachi's been here stewing. Oh man, what would she do? Okay, so as Pyra kind of walks into the scene, she sees two giant creatures, and her instincts tell her to try this out first. And she'll aim.
Polymorph.
Yeah, she'll aim for this one here. So what do I have to make?
Don't turn my legendary fight into a friggin' bunny.
Well, thank you for coming up with the creature that she's going to try to turn it into. You have...
If Gideon doesn't get his anger out here, Gideon's gonna get his anger out somewhere else. She's looking like a prime target if he's ruining my fight.
Yeah.
Gideon was having a glorious battle.
Well, I don't think you have to worry, because I think a 17 beats her saving throw, DC.
Good.
Oh, that's right, I popped out the hydras, because I was going to be using them. Let me double check her. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
you just...
Yeah, this
She
is going
said
to...
spell out and it pings off.
Yeah, I'd say... Well, actually, spell DC should probably be... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say it didn't connect. So Pyra walks up there, realizes that her spell kind of got diminished. It's just like, God damn it. And she can do bonus action, but everybody that she cares about looks healed. So she's just going to go ahead and stay ready right where she's at. Ryder, what would you like to do?
You're thinking a bit too small there. And I, twirl my staff and slam into the ground, and two portals open up as I cast summon animals, what is it, conjure animals,
Mm-hmm.
at 5th level, allowing me to summon 2 CR2 monsters, and
Which
I
are
summoned 2 giant constrictor snakes.
not your fire snakes?
No, these are it's conjure animals, not conjure.
Okay. Apparently I
At the
don't
higher level cast, I can have 2 CR2 monsters, and I summoned 2 giant constrictor snakes. One on the right one on the left one. Fucking
Alright.
making this a kaiju fight.
It was already a kaiju fight. Just one of the 3 was really tiny.
You gotta think a little bigger next time, I say, as I say, hey, snakes, fuck them up.
Fuck 'em up.
As if I didn't have enough
Fuck
NPCs to
'em up.
fucking play with here. Sometimes I wonder if
I
people just
didn't
like...
yell for Giggles, so you don't have to worry about him.
Yeah. Giggles,
Can't be
yeah.
like-
Yeah, he was at camp just licking his...
Giggles is probably like, yeah, this is above my pay grade.
So... Yeah, they're just gonna bite then, unless you tell them otherwise.
And I know they can, like, constrict or something.
But they both miss as they snap out with their snouts trying to bite into these things.
And then I'm gonna do bow. Wait a second, are they both concentration? Yeah, they're both. Never. Good thing I checked that before I do it.
Yeah, so Leon. Got a lot of freaking things to do here. Oh, joy.
Oh,
Initiative
no.
score is so terrible.
I give a wink to Leon and say, see, I'm useful sometimes.
Leon, what do you want to do? I don't know, this is looking pretty shady.
I don't care if everyone stays back and just throw spell support.
Yeah, so...
Spell support my fight away.
Hey, as far as you know, you have 2 more giant things to kill.
Alright, so... You see Leon pull out like a little medallion of some sort. He kind of like holds out his hand towards the direction, and 2 Eldritch Blasts come shooting out, and they kind of like seltzer, drizzle, whatever would be a light flurry of damage, as he does 4 points of damage to the big Hydra that has not yet been touched.
Don't be pulling aggro, guy.
he kind of looks as
I
like,
can take 5 attacks.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys probably can't.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't think that did shit. Now let's see what this character is about. One of the seconds that join Ashkin. She will. Let's deal with one at a time, and she will try to banish.
Don't.
Yeah, they're going to try to minimize this fight on you. I'm sorry. And let's see
I will
here.
beat these people with the bloody stumps of whatever is left from these hydras.
Well, they're not sure how your anger is, so they're just following their normal. Alright, so the target must succeed a charisma saving throw. So let's get that back out of here. Oh yeah, they're very charismatic. Boop. So all of a sudden this Hydra looks like it's about to go somewhere, and then boop,
Okay.
you hear a
My
loud
snake looks
popping
like
sound. You hear a loud
At least-
popping sound.
At least he didn't touch the one that he was already touching, Gideon.
See, and this is
Who's
concentration, so let's put this on her for concentration.
Someone punched them in a minute.
Oh god, yeah, thanks for all these NPCs. Argon. I mean, he could be a dick and just watch.
I mean, if he wants to be a dick and just watch, he can be a dick. I'll
Yeah.
fight it.
No.
Don't worry, Stinky Boy, we can handle it.
That's not right. And you can shut the hell up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I knew if I go diagonal I could make it But that one's not there. He's like, what the hell? 30. So he'll go here, and if that Hydra comes any closer, he'll ready an attack action. Freya, we finally come to you. What would you like to do with the only visible target?
10, 15, 20, 25. You know what? I'm gonna get right above, or yeah, right here. And you know what? Oh, I'm going to use Call Lightning, 5th level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna aim it right toward this fucking thing right here.
That sounds about right. So I need to make one of them dex checks. Is that right?
Yep.
It gets a 12. Yeah, you... Don't say me. It wasn't me. It was the Hydra. No.
You zap it and one of the heads explode.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
Call
that
Lightning.
would pop ahead.
Call Lightning has probability of doing more damage if there's a storm nearby.
I think I read something on that, yeah? I'm gonna read just in case.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah,
kind
put the
of
spell card.
There you go, Gideon. Thanks.
And if you can just output the spell card, everyone sees it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna roll to see if there's a storm nearby, and if there is, you
I'm
can.
gonna stay
You get an extra D10 if there is.
Because it's humid, but there's also like random storms too. So if you are outdoors or in stormy conditions when you cast the spell gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one. Under such conditions, the spell damage increases by 1d10. So there was a storm cloud that was brewing about this time, and you just manipulated the clouds to gather faster, and then the storm is finally in your control, and you can increase your damage by 1d10. So roll me a 1d10.
1d10?
Yep. And then add that to your total. 22 plus 3. Yeah, that was nice. That's 25. It's exactly what you need to pop a head off this thing.
Well, it's plus another 15 because of higher.
Yeah, that's 40 damage
Yeah,
that round
50.
from.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 15. Okay, hold on.
So we're at 44, so that'll be almost the second head for this round.
Yeah, but it's one attack, it says. Like if
No,
one
it
attack
is-
does 25 or more damage,
It's one
then...
turn. Whenever a Hydra takes 25 or more damage in a single turn, not per attack.
Per person's turn.
Alright
So-
then.
I mean, unless
I'm just saying not multiple heads are falling off, just the one. No, I'm fine.
we don't
So,
need to
yeah.
pop multiple heads off.
Yeah, let's pop them all off. See
So
what
if hers
happens.
would pop the head off,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
So
someone else falls up with like 10, that will pop a separate head off on a different 25 damage total.
Alright, so now it is... a messed up turn order? No. Oh, the Hydras get to go. So we got 6 attacks on Gideon. As you popped one of the heads, so that was kind of good, I guess. What do we get, 4?
Yep, 4.
I have a plan.
$21 again. Comes to 42 points divided by 2, makes it 21. And then I think Banishment has like a saving throw to come back, or no? I don't think it does it?
I believe it does that.
I'm gonna double check that here in a minute. As soon as I get into the right setting. Yeah, there's a lot going on here on my end. So I'm sorry if you're waiting. The target remains there until the spell's ends. Well, past day, the target remains there. Spell ends before the 1 minute has passed. Target reappears in the space nearest. Okay. So yeah, that Hydra is gone until she calls it back, or
Spell ends.
yeah.
Or 10 rounds.
Yeah, 10.
She's got a timer.
So yeah, that one's out of existence. Next in the turn is Ragnar.
I will, let's see. Yeah, I'll step over. And I'm gonna just swing twice on it.
You have advantage for flanking.
Where is he at? I don't
You
see
are
him.
flanking with the giant constrictor snake.
Hello?
Wait,
No,
He's not wrong.
where are you? I don't see your token.
He's
right-
like,
Yeah, he's right here next to the
Oh,
Hydra.
okay, that's right. Okay, GM layer's blocking me.
I probably clicked my sword a bunch, didn't I? Oops.
Uh,
yeah, there's 4 longsword attacks, so unless you're like action
Those.
search spam.
Just those first two. So if it's advantage, 15 and 28.
yeah, they both hit.
No, I had 2d4.
Wait a minute, did these things get a turn?
Looks like that'll pop another head off for you.
Well, hold on. There was something I forgot to do. How much was it they get back? So technically this should be at 50. At the beginning of your turn, you see another 2 heads pop out of this Hydra for a total of 8. And they start sprouting around, trying to wiggle around, trying to bite at anything that comes near them. But you come in there and you deal how much
26.
altogether? And another head flings off.
I'm gonna just do spiritual weapon for my bonus action.
Okay.
Put my hammer right here.
Yes, sir. Getting your hammer. Right away, sir. Right away.
If the hammer don't get advantage, it's 14.
Oh, okay. Where'd you want it again?
Awesome roll of alright.
Right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd just be the first roll. What'd you get?
14.
Yeah, it kind of swipes at it, and somehow the heads manage to tangle up for a moment and get out of the range of the weapon as it swings. Anything else for your turn?
That is it.
Alright, let's see what we can do. here.
Wait, can I actually want to move before I end my turn.
Oh, sure. Where you want to go?
I'm gonna step right up as I get in.
Okay. Alright, so this other half-elf that is with Ashkin is going to attempt to join the fray.
Hey Ryder, stop being a doofus and move that snake behind the Hydra so I can have advantage.
I will. Well, we'll
I
see.
mean, you should have done that a second ago, but you know.
He doesn't have control of the snakes at the moment. So yeah, her movement's only 30,
I
so
just have
yeah.
to- Tell him
Ask
what
for it
to
to
do.
have been done.
She's here to help, but she can't do anything yet. You want this?
Totally in range.
No, she's... Well, I don't know. Is that space considered in range?
Yeah.
Like, I kind of
I-
seen it kind of emptied. I'm like, I don't know about that, but yeah, okay. We could say
No,
she
they
did.
take up the full 3x3. They're just
Alright.
round tokens, so it's easier.
In that case...
No lollygagging. No
Rapier,
slacking.
short sword, and she attacks. And it looks like she misses on the rapier and does 8 piercing or slashing with the... No, piercing with short sword. think she was supposed to get sneak attack, but I don't have it in her sheet yet, so...
If she's a rogue, she would, because allies. But,
what is it, 3d6?
For what?
Like a level...
rogue?
level 10. I think it's... We'll just give her this for now.
Like D3. Give her 3, it's not going to matter for this fight. It's,
Yeah.
These things are going to die.
Oh yeah, so
And
yeah.
Gideon's going to be eating Hydra steak for a week.
No.
Yeah,
That'll be tasty.
that's some
That,
bad...
I'm taking one of these heads, because Ryder's got that, exclusive Hunters Club.
Yeah, well, there you go. About that.
We can all get ahead of a Hydra, sweet.
At any rate, you can have as many heads as you want to slice off. It's your go, Gideon.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm a boring one-trick pony, but
It's kind of your
But
jam,
you're-
right?
all right, that's a third time I rolled a 14 on the first roll. Something's
Hey.
gotta get.
Well, at least you're hitting. 22. So, this 7-headed dragon, or Hydra. Oh hell, those guys would have had 1d4 as well. But go ahead and add it if you want.
Oh yeah, her rapier would have had it as well.
Now,
24.
alright. So this 7-headed Hydra somehow succumbs to your blows. How do you want to do this?
It's a shame it didn't try to eat me. I could have cut myself out from the inside, but
I mean, if you want,
I'm
we
good.
could
I'm good with
say...
spiking it in the chest and just ripping it to the ground.
So from
Cover myself in
underneath...
Hydra.
Yeah, so you
You
slice
just
through
start
it,
mining into it.
you mine into it, and the pick comes
Oh,
around,
dude,
and then,
it's in the fat guy's ribcage.
yeah, and then you can kind of see all of its innards like spilling out on top of you. It's raining intestines and guts and everything else, and then all of a sudden this thing realizes it has no way to live without its lungs, and it just kind of collapses on itself.
I needed those.
Hey, my lungs you took away there. Ah. That's about it.
Where's this chick keeping the other one at bay?
Uh,
I want it back so I can move to it.
Yeah, well,
Unless you let me hold move action until it comes back and I can just walk up to it then.
well, here's the beauty about it. Like, she has control over it, and she can say, we can wait the full however many minutes. 10 minutes, or 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute. It's 1 minute.
So it's like 10 rounds is what I was thinking. And she's like, I can bring it back now if you want. And then it could be the top of the turn order again if you want. So, yeah, she's like, alright, well in this case, let's let...
I'm gonna step back before you do that.
Probably a good
Your
idea.
10-foot reach if you're gonna actually step back.
Yeah. So, she kind of like, well, so she walks up here and says, right in front of me is where it was. And she kind of like tells you right here is where it
Yeah,
is.
this person should probably move.
Yeah, so she's like...
It'll pop in the next unoccupied
Yeah.
space, so it'll move out of our people's way.
Well,
Yeah.
it's better to know exactly where.
So yeah, what's being offered is like you guys can now like set up for the return and ready in
Yeah, I'll
action.
just offer. Well then, yeah, I'll just stand here. That way, it pops right in front of me, and
And I will.
they can all move in on their turns.
Yeah.
I'll
So
drop concentration on Crusader's mantle. And
When Snake
pause,
goes
Ryder.
where
Ryder, Ragnar was talking. Please let him finish.
sorry.
You interrupted. Just letting you know.
I'll pop bless on me, Gideon, and this chick with the rapier.
All right. So let's see here. What would be a good bless icon?
The blue dot.
No, I'm gonna give him one of these icons here. You said
Okay.
you.
Ding!
That one's the feared icon, I think. Or it looks like fear. Looks scary.
Yeah,
I
that's the
grabbed the
fear
wrong one.
It doesn't matter. We know what it means for this instance. Like, in all fairness, we know what it is for this fight.
Well, if you want to keep that up, I think Ashkin will do the same. He'll get him, he'll get her, Oh wait, she don't need it. We'll give it to Leon and Pyra. See what they can do at Bless. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll work. So, this moment here, this, double check here.
Jojo, come on.
Alia asks, so, are you ready for its return?
Drop it on my head, we've got the unoccupied space, perfect.
Wait, I wanted to move one of my snakes.
Where do you want it to move?
I want this one to be right on the opposite side of Gideon, so that he gets the advantage.
Gotcha. He seems to don't protest too much.
The other one can stay. Now we're ready.
Boom, into existence. Then back at the top of the order.
Yeah.
Or ready actions. Damn it, Gideon, you fucked up this guy's plan.
I kind of did, yeah, but
Yeah, because he was like trying to
we're
get
back to me.
I would say he would have moved up here though. And if we're surrounding it. There we go. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Yeah, we're back to you.
I'm still gonna take it.
Go for it. So first shit shot. Shit shot. Both hit.
Yeah, I didn't need to roll the advantage on this. Everyone just eat 37 points. The obnoxious dickhead 5-headed
Nah.
beast.
Which is now 4 heads.
Which is now a 4-headed beast.
As you fling in and slap off another head. Pyra doesn't have anything to go. She can't. Well, yeah, she could have readied a Fish's Mockery or something. Take that back. Yeah, she would have done Fish's Mockery, so ignore that.
DC 0. Oh, look,
Yeah.
the autosave. Congrats.
Yeah, she doesn't have a spell DC because it's not a character's card. Let's see. What is it? A Wisdom? Wisdom 16's to beat. Which it fails and takes 7 points of damage.
Haha, you big dumb wizard.
And they have disadvantage, I believe it is. On their next attacks. How would that work? Would that work on all the heads or just one?
I think it works on the first head, and then the others are fine.
Alright, we'll do it that way. Let's see here, what else we got going on.
So unless it's a function of multi-attack.
Ryder, if you had a held action, what would it be?
This snake is gonna try to grapple, with its, constrict. This snake attacks with its just normal bite, and I am summoning a tidal wave from this direction.
Not sure they can go on a reaction, though.
Can't they? I could tell them to, like, wait and do this.
Okay,
Kinda act on their
that's
own.
fair enough. Let's see here. So what are we doing? Like, I'm trying to minimize my workload here.
Yeah, I understand.
They don't need to have their ready action. We probably won't need it. We have the
Yeah, it's true. But still.
Dang, that constrict.
Huh.
Interesting.
I'd say that hits.
Yeah, that it hits. So the one constricting, now it needs to make a... What is this?
Dexterity save, DC 16.
It's a grapple check. It's a 16 strength or dex. It's gonna power out of it. And it does.
Well, they also need to make a dexterity save.
For... Well, we're not there yet. We're doing the constrictor snakes first. Please let me finish. I'm doing damage here. Come on now. Give me a minute. Just give me a hot minute here. Okay. So that's 27, 28, 9, 31, 32. and we're down another head. And then everything catch up here. Alright, now what do I need to do?
Dexterity save.
Alright, let's see here.
It takes half damage if it succeeds.
No, that is a fail, so that's 16 points of damage as it gets hit by a tidal wave.
Yeah. And it falls prone.
Can you prone a Hydra?
No, you can't.
Oh, you can't prone a Hydra? Well,
Yeah, I don't think you can prone a Hydra.
Like, hold on, I'll double check though. It has a lot of things. As long as there's heads, it can't be prone. Me. Multiple heads.
Oh no, you
blah,
can
blah,
prone a
blah.
Hydra. I'll be fucked.
Oh, really? Let's see here. I'll double checking.
You actually, of
A
all
Hydra-
the weird things you can do to a Hydra,
Hydra has
prone is one
frenzy.
of them.
Blinded, charm, deafen, frightened, stun, knocked unconscious.
But not knocked prone,
No, I mean, it's not like it's going anywhere.
right?
It's constricted prone, man.
Well, it broke out of the constriction,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but it took the damage.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, so there we go. Leon will just Eldritch Blast this thing. Oh, I got so many characters over here, it's not even funny. So he does 13 points of damage, finally putting in some work. As two Eldritch Blasts shoot off from his location and zap into these multi-headed creature. Alright, what is this chick gonna do? Where's your character sheet? She's going to use Sacred Flame to try to add some heat to this. And that is a DC 14... what is it? Dex, okay. Ooh, but it does nothing, and she's like, damn it. Argon will just attack. See him pull out a great sword. Oh wait. Okay, 2 attacks. 5, 8, 13. Yeah, we're still okay. So he comes in there and he manages to slash. And we'll say he cut down a head. So now there's 2 heads remaining. Freya, we're to you now. What's your reaction?
I'm gonna light it up pretty.
Oh yeah, you got that going. Go ahead and do the damage. I'll get you a dex save. That will hurt plus a d10.
D10?
Yep. It looks like there's only going to be 1 head left after this. Wow, 28, 36. As the storm above you guys grows wilder and zaps into this Hydra creature who is now looking pretty rough. The Hydra is actually taking reactions from everybody, so he doesn't get a turn. Ragnar.
start with my bonus action of
You have to do an action. Something that can be held as an action.
Oh, I get my health.
Well, actually, you could. Yeah, you get one or the other. Like, you can do your bonus action as a held action, but you won't get your attack action this round. So this is like a reactionary to the Hydra coming back. So, swing, 1 hits. Or 2 hits. You're... Yeah. Yeah, you got both hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
So that'll be 18.
That is a good number to hit because that just clipped off the other head before this Hydra could pop him back out. And with that, the Hydra heads all fall to the ground. And the beast's form just kind of spills out from its neckline and it is dead. Not sure if you wanted to do that a certain way, but it is your kill. Is there a certain way you want to see this thing die?
No. No.
Yeah, you just lop off that head.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. With those, we'll say one of them was level 1 Divine Smiter as well, and I'm gonna just shove my sword into the center of its chest and radiant light just causes the thing to pop.
Yeah, and it just, that head just kind of like pops from the inside, impact from the radiant damage it just took, along with all the cuts and bruises that everybody dealt this entire one round. But hey, you had the numbers. And 2 lumbering bodies of Hydras now sit in front of you.
I'm gonna go back to camp.
Yeah. Pyra kind of like stops. She's like, well, how about that? Tynac cult's got some power now, don't we?
It does. And
I
give
take
a
one
spark
head.
from my finger.
You still got Call of Lightning. Do you want to cast it on her real quick?
No, it's good.
Okay, so you dissipate it. The storm now...
I just wanted to show off.
Yeah, and now it is starting to rain.
I'm just gonna take in the
I ride back on.
boring.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Ryder.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I ride back on one of my snakes. It lasts for an hour.
Okay, well, they ride back with you. And is there anything that the rest of you guys are doing?
Well, I want some Hydra steaks, and Hydra skin wouldn't be the worst either for some nice high tier crafting.
Yeah, this is
Ah, yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll me survival. Or
Screw your survival. Look at that leather work.
yeah, you can roll that instead. Oh,
Oh, there's
you
one
wanna-
that
you want-
sucks.
So you go to the first one, and doesn't seem to do much.
Wow, really?
But that will give you a huge pile of Hydra skin on that one. You botched the skin on the first one, and then you go over to the second one. I guess this crystal just doesn't work well in the rain or whatever. But the second one you
There's some
get...
weird magic resistance, I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe the Hydra has some resistances, but the high to the other one, like I'm trying to give you a certain amount, and I'm trying to figure out how to put it. Like you got a large Hydra skin, but how much is large? Like, are we talking... I would say 10 by 10. How's that feel?
Yeah.
10 feet by 10 feet of Hydra skin. And you can roll it up and put it in your bag of holding if you have it.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So a 10 by 10 roll of Hydra skin. And then you'll need survival if you want steaks off these things.
Of course I want steaks.
Yeah, let's get some survival.
Someone get in here and help me with this one. I'm trained in survival. I know our druids are. One of our druids should be.
Our druid walked away. Both of our druids walked away.
Yeah, we
Both
both
our
rode.
druids just go to hell.
I'll give him a hand with it.
Yeah, you might need help, like chopping the heads down so you can, or the neckline or the body parts. So he's over there offering a sword. Go ahead and do it with advantage.
Me or Gideon?
Gideon was rolling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, no,
I
Gideon.
had I had to get Pro back up to the toggle. There we
Yeah.
go.
Awesome.
Nice. How much of this meat can you carry is the question.
How many? Oh, I'll yell at one of these bastards to get back here with a bag of holding, and we can stuff what is it, 5 or 10 cubic feet, however many cubic feet we can get of this.
Let's look
Because
at
that will feed literally the rest of the campaign.
Well, we might have to treat it, but yeah, that's a possibility. Let's see what we got here. Come on, Roll20, work with me. We need to know what a bag of holding can do. So, hold 500 pounds, we know that. Not exceeding the volume of 64 cubic feet.
64 cubic feet of hydro meat.
Yeah, just write
Yeah.
that down. Matter of fact, Pyra comes up there and offers a bag of holding just for this. So you can keep yours separate, and she just kind of like lets you take over that bag of holding as well, and she just tells you, I want it back whenever you're done with it.
That's like this. If you see my square that I made.
Tire's bag of
Plus
holding.
more.
I'm just gonna put 64 cubic feet of hydro meat, because damn.
Yeah, you guys basically debone, and it's not exactly a perfect square. It's like a bunch of chunks that you're throwing in there.
Oh yeah, a bunch of chunks, a bunch of rough cuts probably, but
Yeah,
you know
just-
what?
Yeah,
It's food.
There you go.
It's a lot of freaking food.
I got some ideas, so we'll see what happens next. But yeah, the night kind of comes to a halt as you get rid of 2 predatorial creatures that threaten the jungle in this region. You know, you picked this camp for a reason, and it was because there didn't seem to be a lot of wildlife nearby. Now you know why.
Probably because the
I
bloody
think
hydras
we
are
know
eating
why.
it all.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys managed to clear that problem, so congratulations.
I
Not
look
like-
down at Freya from on top of my snake. And I say,
She looks
That was
around
fun.
wondering where Ragnar is.
Yeah, you guys are at camp alone for the most part, except for the
Yeah.
country bumpkins that are still sitting at the camp, and the other minions that Leon doesn't control. This guy needs to go. Leon's up there, ain't he? But yeah, you guys have a conversation as you're waiting for the guys to get done with their shit.
You done good out there.
you talking to me?
I'm trying to engage with my mate.
I didn't know. He wasn't here.
I'm chopping a hydra, so I don't know what mate you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
But
why I was
bacon.
confused.
But Bacon and Giggles are like going through each other's feathers and fur, just trying to pick out any juicy morsels that are in it.
Those are nice snake rider.
Thanks. You did good with your lightning too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I can fuck people up with it.
Hey, I'm
And I
sorry
give a
if I
sharp
did that.
giggle.
Sorry if I did anything weird. I don't mean to like
I can
giggles. I swear. You're cute, but not that cute.
So is there more meat to scrape off the bone? I'm gonna give Giggles a hydra bone though. That dude.
Good lord.
Well,
Yeah, that'll be fun. So you
Hell,
come
I might
back.
start gnawing on one too. Just
Yeah,
break it open and
yeah.
suck the marrow out.
Yeah, you can probably do so. Like, you can grab the rib bone or something and just crack that thing down into certain bite sizes or whatever. Not bite sizes, but you know, like, it's fucking huge. You
Make a
gotta-
xylophone out of the ribs and keep everyone up at camp tonight.
Oh, dear lord.
Maybe I can make a pan flute out of some of the bone.
As you guys finish
You can
gathering,
hollow out its teeth for your pan flute.
Argon Ashkin goes back to camp. Along with his his second and third.
Yeah, I'm headed back as well.
Yeah, and it takes you a good, I don't know, it would take at least a good hour to get through all that Hydra. Like, the leather
We were
pelting
breaking
was
down
fine.
for camp anyway.
Yeah. And, like, Leon and Pyra like kind of hanging around because Pyra finds this amusing, and Leon like, I shouldn't leave her alone with anybody. And Pyra's just like making sure she keeps the bag of holding open as she throws chunks in. But Ragnar, you're free to go back to camp.
Curl up on a rock.
Yeah, I'll head back.
Yeah. So you know that business is taken care of. Like, he split open the meat enough to where he could just get in there and carve it now, so that's all good.
Really, if he just held open the ribcage for a few minutes so I could get the innards out, I can work from the inside out.
Pretty much, huh? I mean, that probably would happen. Who knows?
Might be a little macabre, but you know.
Gideon is a fan of being dirty.
Oh man,
He's into war.
You got Gideon all over my Hydra meat. There's Gideon all over my Hydra meat. Ew. Alright. And Ashkin's like, well, it tastes like chicken. I don't know what you're... Alright. But yeah, Ragnar comes back to camp. A little bit bloody looking, but you know he was helping.
What'd you say Hydra blood looks like? Is it discolored?
I kind of think it's green in a way, but it's probably like a black ichor as well. Like green when it has oxygen in it, and then black whenever it's dead. I would say it's got like black ichor. Yeah, I think that would make more sense.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the monster manual doesn't give us blood description for everything.
It might be like the blue-blooded horseshoe crabs and shit.
I mean, it's generally green, at least from this picture anyway. But like the outside, but that doesn't mean it's what the inside looks like.
Green, blue, it's still the cyan element, I think it's called.
It spews out yellow. I think that's canon now. Yeah, it's yellow.
Don't let you care. I'm covered in it, and it was a good fight.
Yeah, so yeah, Ragnar has yellow ichor all over him.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kind of stretched out on a rock just looking at him. He's looking a bit dirty there.
You want to get dirtier?
Whoa.
Oh, no. Yes, I wasn't, no.
Alright, kids, you're gonna have to take this offline. But yeah, all the other cultists are like hanging out, like, alright, they killed it. I was kind of worried there for a minute. Oh, it's all good. My boss went over there. She took care of it. Yup.
Gil Glasgow.
I'm just going to be throwing glares at the Black Dragonborn for the rest of the night, I think.
Yeah, the Black Dragonborn's kind of like sitting there.
Like, I will do this to you.
Make an intimidation check?
Why not?
I mean, the option's there.
I'm proficient. I'm supposed to be good at it. I have 7.
Okay, let me just roll something.
I roll up behind Gideon with my giant snake to give him advantage.
You don't get advantage on that.
Dang it.
Like, that's your snake, not his. He's not worried about you. Alright. I got my answer. He just kind of looks at you unfazed. But,
He can be amused all day. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy. I don't care if he knows I don't like the guy.
I'm pretty sure he got step 5. But, yeah. His girls are back here doing whatever they're going to be doing. Camp's being set up. You guys are able to join in the watch if you want to watch with them. Otherwise, your minions will keep watch for you.
I'll do a watch.
Is there anybody? And this is another chance. Like, if you want to do watch with somebody, you can pick any of the NPCs or do a watch together, whatever you want to do.
I'm just kind of perched up on this rock, just looking out.
You need your own private rock with Ragnar.
Yeah,
No
I
one's
think
specific,
Ragnar
I
is,
just-
I'll
busy up
come
there.
sit with her on her rock.
Yeah, everybody else is still out there by the hydras. You want to come in? So everybody comes. Yeah, somebody. You know, you might want to come back to camp. But
I would have made it back to camp eventually.
yeah. So everybody's back at
I'd have
camp.
been playing slip and slide with the Hydra bits that weren't good for
Yeah. Covered in yellow ichor. And probably preparing some of this meat for a feast tonight.
I will be
Hydra
cooking
feast.
some, yes.
Can I assist Freya, since I am also pretty decent at...
Well, considering how many people you have to cook for, it's going to take assistance either way.
Yeah, so I'll assist Freya.
Alright, so roll that survival. You burn all of it.
Sooner or later, somebody needs to pick up proficiency with cooking.
You burn
Yeah,
all of
I'll
it,
be
but that's the
working on
way
it.
it works. No, you rotisserie this Hydra meat to a fine, like close to, why am I trying to come up with a way to delicately tell you how Hydra meat? But this is my life now. Alright. No, you do very well. You season it just right, and apparently it has this fine gamey taste. But it's very chewable, and like it doesn't stick to your teeth or anything.
It almost melts in your mouth.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's very well tenderized for some reason.
I wonder why.
It probably couldn't be because a halfling just stomped through there.
Hey, I tenderize my meat properly. I beat the hell out of my meat. Okay, phrasing, that sounded really bad.
Gideon, that can stain your room.
Okay. He's already painted in yellow ichor.
Unintentional, but
It's some weird goo you got. Anyway. So yeah, you made a very good feast for everybody. And I don't know how I'm going to measure this fucking ration situation.
We just
Yeah.
have all of the,
I mean, that's a lot of meat. It's going to last a while, but however, it can spoil too, so we'll have to figure out how to take care of 64 cubic tons of Hydra meat. Or cubic area. Feet. Tons. What am I smoking? I don't know.
It's at least a ton of meat.
Probably. Well, no, it has to be within 500 pounds. So you probably wouldn't have. You probably have to need more. D&D Beyond. How much does a Hydra weigh?
I bring some meat to Ragnar.
I'll snatch it up. Start chowing down.
I don't believe we're asking you.
Kinder.
Very.
You know, I never ate Hydra before. I used to not eat meat at... Except for when I snuck away from camp.
I would say you have.
1 cubic foot of ground meat weighs, give or take, 55 pounds. So we'd actually be constrained by the weight, not the
Volume, yeah.
not the volume.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. So here's what I'm thinking. I would say, like, yeah, this gets kind of tricky. How about 250 days worth of rations?
That works. That works. I'm not
You need,
gonna
like,
argue
a-
with that.
However, you still
need-
you need to treat the meat in order to keep it longer.
Mhm.
You
And
need a large smoker or something.
Looks at Ragnar. Let's idolize that flame breath of yours.
I can do a second casting of hallucinatory terrain, so you guys have some privacy if you want.
Would
Oh.
you care?
What, are you asking me that?
Yeah.
well, you don't need a DM for a while, so I'll be over.
Do you want me to?
Sure. We're just gonna not do anything like that. If you, yeah.
Yeah, I just made the rock you guys are on a little bigger so no one can see into it.
You can see Leon sitting over there eating his meal, and Pyra's like over there just finishing off hers, and then she kind of like licking her lips, and like she's laying on a log facing him, propping her head up, kicking her feet back, and her tail's like wiggling through the air playfully. And he's like giving her that "stop looking at me" look.
I'm gonna walk up next to him and he's like, you should hit that. And then walk away.
I look at
Pyra's tail hits you.
I think your boy is having trouble over there.
Which boy?
Leon.
Yeah, Leon's trying to eat, and you can see Pyra like picking up a piece of the meat and like slowly sticking it to his mouth, like she's feeding him, and then she just kind of licks her lips as she's doing it. Fucking tease, bitch.
Looks like he's enjoying himself.
I have a little mouse run over with Animal Messenger and it says, you should hit.
You're sitting an innocent animal over there to message him?
Yes.
He will Eldritch Blast your animal.
Oh god, he's no.
And he's like,
You're under the
I'm
impression he's a good guy.
He's like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I don't... Yeah,
At least he didn't know it was from me that time.
he knows you're the only druid that just said that to him like 5 seconds ago.
I'm
And-
just gonna get on the rock a little bit more.
Leon kind of says haphazardly, he's like, honestly think we need to sacrifice that one. And Pyra chimes up, she's like, oh, you think so too?
Well, looks like I'm gonna be hiding for the rest of that campaign, guys. I turn into an owl and I go up into one of the high trees above the camp.
At any rate, yeah, he was like, no, I meant that. Look, I'm just frustrated. I'm not meaning that in general. It's just, Anyway, I'll be glad when we can finally get to the temple tomorrow. But, yeah, that's pretty much all that conversation. And Ashkin's doing Ashkin things, and he's got these two
Does he
half-elf...
like my meat that I prepared?
You know what I forgot?
What?
I forgot to include Fexy.
How could you?
Very easily, apparently.
Who's Fexy? Oh.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, so the White Kobold's been hanging around keeping the camp, and she would have joined you guys, but then there had to be somebody to watch the minions to make sure they didn't run away. Especially with a Hydra. But, yeah. She's just kind of like been sitting to herself. She's been very quiet, though. There's probably some reason for it. But she's like sitting on a log, kind of like close towards Ashkin, maybe a few feet away from him, with the half-elves just kind of attending to him and kind of going around camp, doing all the other stuff that, you know, his co-leaders would do.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. No, it's getting late. Nighttime watch needs to start, so like I said, if there's anybody you want to stay up with to do a watch, otherwise
I just want to be on watch so I can watch everyone else inside the camp, make sure they're not doing anything sneaky, except for Prey and Ragnarok, of course.
That's exactly who you want to check.
I gave them a personal hallucinatory terrain, okay?
Alright.
Can we
So-
take a short break?
But I took one already. Yeah, we can take another one. It's actually been another hour. So yeah, let's go ahead and take 5 more. Because I didn't actually get a break. And I'll start processing all this nonsense in my head, and we'll get back into it shortly.
Alright.
I like fucking with Leon.
Leon does not like it, and you're gonna piss him off.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Well, if you're gonna piss him off, there's consequences to your actions, friend.
We're not quite at the temple yet. I'll make sure to.
Because you've already you've already earned the ire of certain people. So I'll be RB.
Oh, excuse me.
How's that work thing going for you? Schedule wise?
I'm supposed to start the 29th, and that'll let me know.
Oh, okay. Cool. To be working. Always a good thing.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Charging battery.
Headphone users. Not a bad Hydra fight, right?
Oh yeah, that was fun. First time fighting a Hydra for me.
Hmm. And there were two of them. See if
I
I
think
can.
this is like the only campaign I've been level 10 in.
Well, it's really hard to get past level 10 in my campaign. We'll see how we go. Actually, I think
Right now I just need to...
yeah, my first run with the, like, whenever I was game testing this, because I haven't played 5e and I was like going through it before I started gathering people, and I think we got to 14. I was like, what in the hell is this shit? It gets crazier.
Yeah, you really gotta up your battles when you get past like level 10 and all that. You gotta make sure you know that, yeah. Because there's a fine line between, you know, something that's impossible and something that's way too easy for your players.
Yeah, and that line is hard to reach sometimes with the combinations, I should say.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can plan for a party that's well-rounded, but if they got good points that actually over exceed the challenge rating, it's hard to give them a challenge. Oh, I thought I grabbed a jalapeno, but apparently it's sour cream and onion. That works.
Rip.
No, it's probably better that way. I guess they're reenacting the scene that we can't see, huh?
Oh.
Like, we're here, but they're still gone. Well, it hasn't been 5 yet, has it? Maybe it has. Hello?
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Did you finish reenacting that scene?
Which one?
Never mind.
You do have fun?
I'm just kidding.
Nice.
Alright. Waiting on Lexi. Do. Where you at, Lexi?
Babe, are you in the kitchen? Oh, she's in the bathroom.
Come on, we'll wait.
I just wonder where you're at. Alright. She's done it.
The water's going right through me.
Welcome back.
Wait, why is water going through you?
I had a lot of water today.
Alright, I think we all back now. Alright. So yeah, give me what watch you guys want to be on, if you want to be on watch. Right, or which
I'll
one?
be on last.
The options are 1, 2, 3, 4.
First watch, I think.
The first watch, and you don't care who?
Yeah, I don't care who's watching with me. I just want to be on watch.
Alright, so Freya, you and Freya both on last. So 2 and 3, anybody, or just let the peons deal with it? Samachi, you want to be on watch? Or Gideon?
Yeah, I can,
2 and 3, or you can join any of the others.
I'll take, if there's one that's not currently got a player on, I'll take that.
And I'll command 3 of the peons to take one of the other watches.
I do want to have a player awake at all times, is what I'm getting at.
Okay, so yeah, they're taking... Ryder's on first, you'll be on second. Third is empty at the moment, and they're taking the fourth. But the, the NPCs that you trust can take those watches too.
And I would like Leon to be with them as well.
On the third watch? Alright. So we'll say Leon, in general, is going to be on third.
Tyrion.
Freya.
Oh my god, hold on a minute.
No, we can't hold on. Alright, Ryder, we can get through your scene before she gets back. So, you're on watch. Nobody in particular, like, there's a random cultist who's dressed in robes. And he's just kind of like watching around as everybody else gets into, you know, their various tents or sleeping bags. Actually, there would be tents because it is raining.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Go ahead and make that perception check.
I am an owl, by the way, so I have 120 feet dark vision.
Not sure how well you can do a watch as an owl, but by all means, go ahead and roll.
And for the night, it would make sense.
Yeah, it's fine.
To natural 2023.
Well, let me see if something happens, huh? I swear there should be a roll table for this. Basically, I'm just going to see if something makes sense, and if it doesn't, then your watch is peaceful. Off in the distance, maybe about 100 feet away from your camp, you see some shrubbery that wasn't there before. And then you blink or look away for a moment, maybe turn around with your 360 vision, and you come back to that same spot, and the shrubbery seemed to have moved a little further away.
It's moving away?
Yeah, it's moving away.
Just as an owl, I want to take a closer look. Like, I want to get within, 50 feet on a tree branch and just inspect it closer.
Alright, so yeah, you kind of fall through and try to follow this shady looking thing.
Can I see any sort of, if it's an animal covered in branches?
Hold on 1 second here. Gotta make a check. Make a perception check, as you're trying to keep your eyes on it.
1 second, my game is like...
Okay, you still got your eyes on it. It seems to stop for a moment, and then it moves. You're up in this nearby tree. Kind of an odd place for an owl to be, and the mound just kind of keeps moving.
Is it moving towards camp or away from camp?
It looks like it's away.
Okay, so it's moving away. As long as it's moving away, I'll keep an eye on it. But if it starts to move towards camp, then obviously I'd have to alert someone.
That's interesting.
Can I roll some sort of stealth check?
You may certainly
Check.
do that. Yeah, do that. Do that for me. Actually, I don't even know if that's going to help you.
That's 11.
Yeah. So it stops. But you're way up in this tree. The mound kind of comes up to the tree. It seems to attach itself to the tree. And at first you're like, okay, it's fine. It's not going to come up here. And then it seems to be inching its way slowly up the tree.
I fly to a different tree.
This pile just kind of drops from the tree, realizing you flew away. And it starts heading to the tree that you're currently at.
Oh, it looks like we'll be going back and forth for a while. Until my watch ends, at least. And then I'll, like, try to disappear into the night. Like, I'll fly away from camp, and then do a large roundabout, and then head back into camp.
Okay, just make just do another stealth check. There you go. You manage to fly away from it, and you think it's still going towards that direction. However, when you get back to camp, you lose track of it, but that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I wanted it to be going away from camp.
Yeah, so, yeah, you don't see it around anymore. And your
And
watch...
I go to...
Yeah, your watch comes to an end. Second watch is Gideon?
Gideon? Yeah, Gideon.
Yeah.
Me, whatever Mook was probably stuck with me.
Yep. Which one? Do you remember which one his name was?
Gil.
Gil? Yeah. Yeah, Gil is like... So. But go ahead and make a perception check for your watch.
There's a part of me that wanted to bury my face in the bag of holding and just gnaw some meat instead of talking to the guy.
Your voice gets lost in the bag of holding. He doesn't know what you're saying. He's like watching half your head missing.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that perception for the,
It's a good roll. Let me roll something here for us.
It's an average roll.
It's good enough to...
I don't know why advantage was toggled.
Let's see here. No, I don't need that anymore. I need that other thing I had.
I don't need that thing anymore. I need that other thing.
Yeah, that other thing. I know.
comforting.
Shh. It's fine. It is fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll punch you, Ferry. I swear to God, if there's...
No, that doesn't make sense. Alright. So yeah, your watch pretty much comes to an end with no incident other than Gil over there going, yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll go for Ragnar. He was next.
Or... No, actually, it's Leon.
Leon. No,
Yeah. Leon
It was
and...
Leon, then Ragnar, wasn't it?
Yep.
I swear to God. Even his yep.
Yep.
We're about to fight.
I know. It's gonna be terrible. Leon doesn't get a good roll, and probably for good reasons. Pyrrha seems to have woken up and stole away his attention, but Pyrrha's gonna go ahead and kind of like keep watch too. Because, you know, she doesn't want anything bad to happen to anybody yet. I kid. She doesn't want anything bad to happen. Alright. No, that doesn't make sense. So their watch goes without a hitch. And Ragnar and Freya probably hears, "Get off of my shoulder, Pyra. We cannot be playing around right now. Ragnar, Freya, where are you guys? You're supposed to be watching." Wait, didn't they say...
Step out.
What the hell do you need another rock for?
Private reasons? Smirks.
Narrows eyes.
Okay.
See, they're doing it. Why can't we?
Everyone else has had more than
Leon, is she troubling you?
No, she's fine. And she kind of says, "Of course I'm fine," and she skips off, knowing that she's frustrated him. And
Just let me know if you ever can't handle yourself, Leon. I can help you out.
You know I'm very
Can you
capable.
now?
You know, I feel like this is a conversation I shouldn't be having with either of you. So have fun, kids. He walks away and goes to find his sleep. And you can make individual perception or one help the other.
Do you
I'll
want to
help
help
her.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You do? You want to help me? Are you sure?
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah, that's a pretty good roll. Let's
You
do
might as
some-
well have used that plus 14 modifier.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got a different number finally. Let's see what this is.
Rolls a 5, still manages 19.
Yeah. Let's see, what was that number? 27? Alright, let's see here. Let's see if this makes sense. Weird. Okay, we can work with this maybe. But yeah, your watch is going on. And you hear like croaking noise. Ribbit, ribbit. And it's very deep and loud. And
Oh, look, it's the giant damn frog.
So, off in the distance, and you might even want to mark this as another beast that you've seen. But you see 3 giant toads just kind of like croaking in a nearby pond. Like they just parked themselves by your camp and now are making noise.
Damn frogs.
Mood
Do you want
killers.
me to
Sorry,
silence
Gideon has
them?
gas.
Burp.
It was a frog, I swear.
By what means do you plan to silence them? Something that makes more noise than they do?
I can speak with them.
Ah, please.
Orbit. Orbit. This is not speak with dog, it's speak with frog.
I'm going to, speak with animals.
Okay.
Could you guys croak somewhere else?
They kind of look at you for a minute like, what the fuck? What?
Kind of keeping our party up.
But this is where we go. It's our...
Please, would
Night.
you be so kind to go somewhere else?
Make a persuasion check. But I don't want to
You
go.
can turn that to intimidation real quick. Remember them big, stumpy, five-headed assholes? They're dead now.
Okay,
Do you wanna join
you
us?
said persuasion?
Yeah, you're trying to sweet talk them to leave, so let's do persuasion. Yeah, that's about right, ain't it? They're like, no, we just got here and we're gonna stay here.
Okay, I'm going to intimidate the little fucks.
Okay, so what do you say to intimidate them?
You remember those giant hydras that was there trying to killing off your friends and stuff? Yeah, we took care of them. I'd advise you to go too. Unless you want to die.
Make an intimidation check.
It's gonna be even worse. Okay, let's say.
I was about to say disadvantage, but I was like, no, just because you already tried to. Alright, let me find their...
I mean, even at disadvantage, the roll stays the same. So.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find their sheet real quick because I just... I'm going to roll the...
Frogs want to be assholes. I can go kill some frogs and make some frog leather boots.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out if they're going to be assholes or not. Let's see here. Gotta get to the actual character. Fucking hell, why do I have to keep pulling the tokens over? I don't want to have to do that every time. Whatever. Okay, I could have just
frog
rolled a
legs for
d20.
breakfast. Swear to God.
Well, that's still enough to intimidate it, so they kind of look at each other like, it's bad enough she could talk to us, we should just leave. Yeah, anybody that's not us that could talk to us is bad news. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's go somewhere else. I heard there's some more insects over in the north side. Ribbit and ribbit. And
Insects, right. That's why you're seeing not the bloodthirsty group of psychopaths.
Yeah. Well, they have been reasoned with, and they said, yeah, we're gonna go.
I'll settle back in Ragnar's arms.
Very well then.
The nature will keep. Alright. But yeah, other than that, the night is like, it's becoming dawn. So, I mean, you guys have this time if there's any conversation you want to have. Otherwise, your watch will come to an end at dawn and everybody will start to wake up around
Did
camp.
we have a long rest?
That's what these
Yes,
are
this
for.
was a long rest.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, nothing to talk about then?
No.
Right as you're...
Considering the amount of eavesdroppers, it's not the worst idea to not talk for a while.
Yeah, and as you guys are like getting close to the end of your watch, the Black Dragonborn's kind of like out of his tent, stretching, getting, he's already up and awake. And he kind of like, alright everybody, get up, and he kind of wakes up his crew, and then It's the end of your watch.
Make my day. Try to get Gideon at Mr. Black Dragonborn.
No, he's just fucking with his crew. You're somebody else's problem as far as he's concerned.
I get up
I'm
and
dr-
stretch a little bit.
I get up and I start drawing like all the different plants I haven't seen before into my book.
All
Are
right.
you going to also eat them so you can figure out what they do?
I might look at some of the weird looking ones to try to figure out if I know them or if I can figure out if they're useful for anything.
Roll a nature check then.
You should eat them.
You want to Skyrim this?
Yeah, you just
Well, I
Skyrim
mean,
it. Just,
yeah, I could eat them. I
Gobble,
could
gobble.
also like rub on the skin to see if they make a rash.
Or you can eat it.
Or you can smoke it. Make it into a tea.
So you come across a fern
one second.
bush.
Or you could eat it.
Well, now you're gonna make me wait. What the?
Why is No, my game is being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he hasn't rolled either yet, so
No, yeah.
that's why I'm telling him to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to open my sheet right now. It's not open.
You might need to refresh.
Yeah, 1 second.
Well, while you're looking around at plants, what's everybody else doing?
I'm sitting on a rock since I noticed Ragnar left.
Where did Ragnar go?
I was just stepping over here. I was just gonna see if it's gone down some plants.
We're all watching Ryder to see if she's going to kill herself. I mean, that's the way this game usually works. I mean, you guys die more.
I mean, I
due to
am
your
immune
own.
to poison.
Charging battery.
So I got to come up with
Like,
a more
I'll
creative
taste
way to
it.
kill you.
Complete.
I'll taste it and be like, yeah, this tastes like it'll be poisonous, but I'm okay. And I'm still lagging. God damn it. My connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now will not work.
Yep, DC'd.
Unless Roll20 is crashing.
Oh, I'm afraid to hit refresh now.
It might just be me, because my whole computer is being stupid right now.
Do you need to restart and come back?
Let's try something stupid.
I mean, turn it off and turn it on
It's
again
slow-
usually
my
works.
computer's trying to save me.
Did anyone get that strength save?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So it's not a Roll20 issue. We've determined that the server is communicating at least 2 of our computers.
And I was able to get to the screen, so it's not like a DNS or anything.
Well, I'm coming back and it's actually loading now. I'm going through the... Oh wait, no, there is no ads that run. Because you pay for the server, I believe.
Well, running pro, so you shouldn't have to see ads. Or it shouldn't even be ads, it's just a longer load time if you're not pro. But at any rate, everybody else, I'm trying to think where, well, like, I got a lot of NPCs who are wandering this camp, and I'm trying to, like, gauge where everything is happening, if anything of interest needs to come up.
God.
So there's, like, somebody you want to keep an eye on.
I can reroll that. Okay, 24. Thank God for halfling luck.
So you found, like, a red fern, and you kind of like discern its properties. And the leaves on this thing are definitely poisonous. This would probably fetch a good price if you knew the Green Dragonborn in Felran.
So I know it's poisonous. What do I know? Like what kind of poisonous effect would happen?
Do you eat it?
Well, I mean, I'm immune to poison, but sure.
Roll a
I take a small, tiny bite.
Make a con
to see
save
if
for
I
me.
can. 13.
You find yourself wanting to go back to sleep.
I find myself what?
Going back to sleep.
Okay, that's I slap myself really quick. I'm like, okay, it'll make you go to sleep. Okay.
And
so
you
I
go to
put,
sleep.
Skull. Oh no.
You
fall
fail to
asleep.
save, you go to sleep.
Yep. like it's not naturally a poison, it's a narcotic, and you are taking a snooze.
Like, I was midway through writing drawing a skull on the page that I have the plan drawn on, and I felt...
So
That's gonna be a
Ragnar,
skull with Z's above its head.
yeah, so Ragnar, you just saw Ryder fall over from biting into this plant.
Oh,
What do you do?
I'm gonna walk up and just like a little nudge to the shoulder. You alright there?
No response, except for maybe a snore, yeah.
I'm gonna lean down and hoist Ryder up on my shoulder.
Is he gonna be alright?
Yeah, I think he's just asleep.
Should have slept better than last night.
Ragnar, make a medicine check.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Check!
Let's have it.
Huzzah!
He's dead.
Like dead?
You think he's dead?
Oh,
I'm going to. Yeah.
You hear me snoring. He's dead.
He's dead. Like, you know, he's snoring. Yeah, he's not dead, but he's dead asleep. But, you think... See, the reason why it was made for Ragnar is, like, if he would have got high enough to know, he could have done, like, lay on hands for 2 points and wake him right up. But all you know is that he is knocked out.
Yeah, that one's out cold.
And we'll see for how long.
That's some good shit you hear me saying in my sleep.
I would like to pour my water skin over Ryder's face.
It becomes very wet.
Huh.
And Ryder will be
What?
knocked out for 16 minutes. Though, you know what? Since you're doing that aggressive of a awakening, I'll let Ryder re-roll a Constitution saving throw.
If that don't work, I got one more option.
What's your other option? I want to hear this first.
I was gonna give him a potion of bullshit. Give her a potion
What
of
the fuck
bullshit.
is potion of bullshit?
Okay, question. They're starting to stir in their sleep, but they don't seem to be waking up just yet. Do you use it?
Yes.
Yes!
Okay.
So right as your eyes wake up, you get this gluck, 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 gluck feeling down your throat, and I need
Maybe
you to
this'll work.
roll a 1d6 for me, Ryder. And then make a new DC con save. Oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah. So you wake up, and then right next to Ragnar, you see a giant caterpillar kind of waltz in, and he's got like this smoking pipe. And he starts asking you, so, who are you engaged to? Who's the love of your life? Tell me all the details I want to know about your romance. And you're compelled to tell this hallucination all about your love life for 1 hour.
Oh, well, hi, I'm Ryder. I'm looking next to Ragnar, like right here.
Well, Ryder, who's your love interest in this interesting group of cavalcade you have?
Well, you see, there's this dragonborn named Freya I really like.
And she's saying this out. Yeah, you're right
Yeah,
there.
everyone hears this. They're talking out loud.
Yeah, and they're compelled to talk about their love life. Like, oh, really? Is that what's going on? Well, and you know, it's like it gets deeper and deeper. Like,
Yeah, it just goes. I just kind of.
I mean, you're aware of where everybody is, and you can choose how to have this conversation, but you're compelled to tell. You're
What was that?
Caterpillar, can we go over here, giant caterpillar?
What do you mean, caterpillar? I'm no caterpillar.
I'm walking away with no one looking to the right of me, where there's, and I'm.
You know they think you're crazy, right? Does she know you're crazy for her? They do now. Leon perks up and he's like, what?
I'm sorry, Ragnar. I didn't mean to say that in front of you.
I don't think that makes it better.
You see Freya just fall on her ass laughing.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I think now might be a great time to just go ahead and eat the rest of your little red fern there and take a nap.
What do you do, Ryder?
Unconsciousness might be preferable to this Charlie Foxtrot we find.
Yeah. You know, I wrote these back when Isabella was first coming into the campaign and the other one, so this has been a while. Congratulations on landing on one of these wonderful... Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. You're just standing there as I walk out of the illusion, talking to no one about how I was in love with Frank.
I'm gonna follow Ryder.
Pyra shows
now
up
I'm
as well.
definitely going to follow.
I'm like, this is a I don't feel comfortable. I need to tell this caterpillar about how I loved Frank.
There's no caterpillar, Ryder. What are you talking about?
Anyway, caterpillar, yeah, I mean, I liked her ever since, you know.
Are you ignoring me?
I have to tell him.
Pyra falls out of her bush and starts laughing her ass off on the ground.
I feel magically compelled to tell this dude how I love Frank.
Hey, don't tell him it's magic. Just tell me how it is, man. Ma'am?
Just like, she's super. I just like cross my hands and I'm like, kind of swaying back and forth. You know, the scale's really cute.
I want to go
cute
back
nose
behind
and
this
her
rock and into this bush.
It's really strong and cool, and she can turn into some cool stuff.
Ashkin
And,
comes
I
over.
always liked Moontree.
Hey, what the hell are you people doing? We got a schedule to keep. Get ready, we're leaving soon.
No worries.
Oh.
I'll fix this.
How long
I'll
I'm
leave
about to
do I
smack
have?
Ryder with this tail.
Make an attack roll.
Quarterstaff. Oh wait, yeah.
He's got a
quarterstaff.
long sword will work.
Oh,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I mean,
That works.
yeah, the head.
Let's say 1d6 plus your strength as you swing your tail around.
You know, there was this one time where I accidentally
Excuse
caught her
you.
in the shower. Ow! What was
Yeah.
that for?
Just ignore him. Keep telling me what's up. Tell me all the juicy details.
No,
Yeah, the caterpillar.
Oh yeah, this one time I fell through the bathroom door and I accidentally saw it was she blushes really bad.
The caterpillar takes
still
a puff.
sticking to that accidentally fell through the bathroom door story.
Oh damn.
This is.
Ragnar, what's wrong? I feel physically compelled to tell. My eyes are dilated to maximum overdrive.
I feel greatly disrespected.
Help it.
I feel like I need to pull one of these NPCs to see if they got a spell I can help. Apparently, this is becoming a train wreck that everybody's hearing. They're like, "What the hell's going on over there?" Pyrrha, what can you do, girl? Can you fix this?
I don't think they can dispel poison.
No,
unless they
but
have-
I'm thinking
poison.
Yeah, it's a
we could do
alchemical
this.
effect, it would probably
We could do
poison.
this. We could do this.
Suggestion. Oh god.
Yeah. So Pyrrha's like, you.
Can I diss and prevent him from speaking?
Wait, okay, hold on, let me read. Does it choose one ability score while cursed target has? Okay. Does it say anything about making them quiet? That would be interesting.
It's up to DM's option. It's up to you.
Oh, has a final say on
I
it.
can choose the curse.
Makes me really kind of.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Sometimes
I'll allow it.
It's kind of hot.
Curse of muteness.
So you,
Curse of muteness.
curse of muteness it is. They have to make a saving throw. Wisdom. And what's your DC?
16.
It's a
That's
druid.
a 19. Yeah, she not bothered. She did.
Yeah, I'm down to burn 2 spell slots. Shut the fuck up!
He killed my boyfriend once.
Reroll.
I'm gonna come up behind Ryder and just put my hand over her mouth and be like, "You need to shut up right now."
Alright, so roll me another wisdom.
Literally magically compared to this.
Yeah, just make the wisdom save. We're gonna see if you shut up.
One second. My cheat is there. We go.
And Pyra's like, I can suggest he shut up.
13.
Oh, there you go. And then all of a sudden,
I think that not be necessary.
yeah, and then all we do is see Ryder's mouth moving, but she can't say anything. She thinks she's still telling the caterpillar everything, and the caterpillar still seems interested in what you're saying. So, technically, you're still doing what you said you were going to do.
We can walk over here. I'm still trying to talk to the caterpillar.
Eventually, everybody's told to get on the damn carriage because Black Dragonborn's like, we're wasting time! Hurry the hell up!
I hop onto the top of the carriage.
And you're still
shotgun.
Yeah, and you're still yammering off to the side where this caterpillar made a perch. And then Blasco, like, walks through. It's like, hey, are you alright down there? You doing okay? What's going on with you? You okay? You seem to be talking.
I look at him, and he sees me mouth, I'm fine, but he doesn't hear it. And then I go back to talking to nothing.
You know what? I'm done with this, and I'm going to go back down there. Alright, hey, Gil, where you at? Over here.
Hey, do you know how well I just realized this don't work? For me?
You look back and I'm like,
oh no!
Oh my God, I tried once to ask her on a date.
You can totally not look at him.
Yeah, you
Turns
look
around
back
really
and
irritated at the fact that I can still understand everything he's saying with no sound.
That's if you look at me.
That's on you. You can just choose to not look. It also says you can, not that you do interpret.
Yeah. I'm gonna choose to continue facing forward.
Yeah, you stay forward, they're right behind you, yammering on the thing, and then eventually, like, how long does your bestow curse last? Like an hour?
It'll last,
1 minute? So a minute after you cast...
How long does this potion?
1 hour. An hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, you're...
I told you should have finished off that fern plant, but... Still don't want to burn spell slots.
You still have it in your hand.
The other option is Gideon still has a dried frog of shut the fuck up. And I'm tempted just to cram it in Ryder's mouth.
As soon as the minute's up.
I think it's that in my tail.
And then we start hearing Ryder go on again.
Those magic curse items we got with the finger bone. Does that frog actually...
I don't know if it does or not. I think half of that shit was fake.
Oh no, half of it was fake, but
It might have
I've
been
carried this dried frog to shut the hell up.
God damn. Oh yeah, I don't... Boy, that's been so long. What a throwback item. I wonder if I put it somewhere.
I'm kind of jealous of Ragnar, because he actually has the parts.
I see. Really? Yeah, he does have the parts. That's a damn shame.
I'm jealous. And also, I think it's because he's also a Dragonborn.
Well, Dragonborn are Dragonborn. They will
what
do...
does he have that I don't?
He has the sperm that will actually impregnate a Dragonborn. That's what he has that you don't have.
He does have that.
What's Ryder's passive?
13.
Okay, so that still passes.
14. Yeah, no.
I kind of look at Ragnar.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry that you had to hear all
I was
that.
at 28 to hit. That's with my hand weapons. But
I
the
would
hand
be sorry if you
holding the
lose a
frog
friend.
right now.
Yeah,
So there's a dried frog being very forcefully inserted into Ryder's mouth.
I think the whole point
Whether or
of
not
it...
it's actually magic, we still don't know.
I think with my wild shape, I could turn into a male.
And I guess the way the frog worked was like you just shove it down someone's gullet and they shut the fuck up.
How long do I shut the fuck up for?
how long does it take for you to take a fucking frog out of your mouth that's kind of like shoved in there and locked?
I'm like,
That should work for a while.
Unnecessary gagging sounds.
Yeah, so now we're stuck with gagging, but it's no longer Ryder confessing his love out loud.
You'll just have to look into my eyes and see when they undilate.
I don't... So anyway, yeah, the Black Dragonborn's got his carriage and he's ready, and he's like waiting on you guys, and you guys are finally ready, or are we still dealing with this problem?
Can we get on the road?
Yes, please!
You did this, Ragnar.
No, you have done this.
No, literally, you put the potion in my mouth. It's your fault.
That was kind of ironic how that came up. But you rolled the d6. This is your fault. What are you talking about? You could have just been paralyzed for an hour. I mean,
I think that would have been highly preferable.
well, well, how about we get to the temple, shall we?
Onward, Torby!
But Big
Freya
continues to
knows how
pull.
much I care for her now, though.
Well, then, I think we all knew.
Unfortunately, not only Freya.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate and not within my control, literally.
We have fun here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold Ragnar's hand, his free hand.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have no free hand. I have both hands on the rein.
Oh, fine then. I didn't want to hold your hand anyway, you jerk face.
So, Freya, as you're like sitting there, you hear a message in your head. Pyrrha's voice. So, you got a little crush and a big crush, I see. You can reply to this message.
Who might I ask is talking to me through my head?
I mean, you recognize the voice, but you say that out loud.
No, I said that in my mind.
Yeah. She's like, no, nothing for a little bit. So you're kind of like looking around.
Well, you would know whose voice you heard if you recognized it.
Yeah, she's just kind of like being coy, and then she's like,
Lyra?
and then you hear a voice. Oh, you know who it is. I'm just checking up on you because, having all these fellows chasing you, question mark?
I don't talk about that. Ryder knows my feelings toward.
And then you hear a message come back. Oh, do you want to talk about it, though? We could have a private conversation this way.
I mean, I tried to tell her everything from point A to point B why we couldn't be.
Yeah.
And obviously it failed.
Unrequited love. How lovely. But... Offer still stands. We can sacrifice him when we get there.
I'm gonna sharpen my tail a little bit. And she hears clanks.
Well, as long as it's
along my
not...
tail.
So you're actually making clank noise with your mind. Clank, clank.
No.
And then you hear a
she
message
could probably
back.
hear it.
No, she wouldn't hear it. It has to be telepathically sent to her.
Like, you can probably hear the actual sound. From the
Yeah,
other
probably,
character.
but that's like 30 feet away.
Okay.
But, she's not in your carriage, but she thought she'd have this little private conversation because you guys finally shut Ryder up and she's digesting all the gossip she just heard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be a problem there.
The caterpillar seems somewhat interested, but somewhat not. And he's like, no, you need to tell me more about your love interest. I don't care what this is.
Oh, it's a bunch of really, really.
Well,
Well, no, what he's seeing is different. Like, love letters that she never actually gave to Freya, and also like she wrote down a little bit like I learned to read from her, and it was really nice of her to do so. And then also she's basically writing to now talk to the thing
Okay.
because she finally
No,
learned
no,
to
I was
write.
yeah. Now I was just reacting as the caterpillar. That's all. I don't need to know anything more. I just want you to know what the caterpillar was doing. But
Well,
no.
I just want you to know what she's showing.
All right. So yeah, Pyra's done
I want-
having her giggles. What?
Yeah, I want to do an insight check on Ragnar.
Is that necessary? But go ahead. If he-
See if he's angry. at-
Oh yeah. Make an insight. Let's see what this looks like.
Insight. Where the fuck are you?
It's the one with an eye.
Well, there's multiple ones with eyes.
Ah, right here.
Yeah, that one works. So Ragnar.
His anger seems to only be directed towards Ryder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why you women get so fickle about thinking that we're angry at you when it was somebody else that did it. Come on now.
Always.
I'm telling you. Grills. Just can't clean them and leave them, huh? No. I kid. So yeah, you're right, as awkward as the silence is, or relieving, depending upon how you feel about the situation.
Say relief. Like,
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. Like, there's some laughter heard here and there. So you can definitely tell that there's some jokes being made at somebody's expense.
Can I make a perception check? That way I can hear about the jokes.
Sure, make one. They're trying to discern how a halfling and a dragonborn, which one of them has no dick, can fertilize a dragonborn to lay an egg. And then they start questioning, well, what came first, the egg or the dragonborn? And then it just and it just spirals out of control.
I just chuckle. I just kind of chuckle.
Yeah, it's a burst of laughter as the clowns of the group are finally having a chance to have a laughter, and you can see visibly like a sturdy-shouldered the black dragonborn just kind of like he seems agitated from the looks of it, just from where you guys stand.
Mhm.
So
Good.
he doesn't.
Crotchety bastard.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to like this nonsense that's going on. He thinks it's all bullshit, but he's letting his people go ahead and get it out of their system.
And what's Vexy doing? Do I see Vexy?
Yeah, you actually see her in the back of the carriage, and she waves in your direction every now and then.
Okay, I'll wave back quickly.
And she kind of like points to the top of the roof, and then pulls out a rapier. And then does like a finger motion across her neck, and then kind of like raises an arm in your direction, like, huh? Sorry, Ryder, you're the butt of everybody's joke right now.
I'm going to hold up my wrist and point at it like I had a watch on
Uh
in due time.
huh. She gives you the okay sign. Meet Vizzer 2.0. No. At any rate, so the adventure continues as you guys seem to be traveling further and further south through this jungle-like region. There are some points where, like, the Black Dragonborn has to stop everybody and say, we need to chop down these trees that kind of like grew into the road. Like, it seems to be some kind of rapid growth. We're going to go ahead and chop our way through. Pulls out like a machete and starts chopping down some of these trees, and then has his rider like go behind him as he's like clearing a path. So he's doing this for like maybe 15-20 minutes, and if anybody wants to help him, they're allowed. Otherwise,
I'm gonna
help. He can do it.
yeah. I mean, he seems
I'm
to be
gonna
taking
help
to it.
with my snipper tail.
Your snipper tail.
You're
Are you
helping
sure?
the Black Dragonborn.
Are you sure you want to do
On
that
the
on this
other
game?
side. On the other side.
Oh, how long till I slide? Oh wait, that's a different song. On the other side. I think that's how that went. Anyway. So you're out there helping, snipping down some of these trees that kind of like grew into the road. Like they're not like the limbs, they kind of like enveloped
They're
over the
kind of
road.
like vines, right?
Yeah, vines and branches that kind of like grew out. Excuse me.
Ah, kudzu, curse of the south.
I tell you what, why don't you make a nature check for me?
18.
You think that maybe this growth is... Maybe a druid might have been through here and made these plants grow a little bit faster and covered up the area? Because it looked like this path was once cleared, but now it seems like somebody's purposely like trying to block it off through vines.
I have a question.
I have answers.
While I am trying to still communicate to the thing, could I like look over and with this certain spell, could I try to like instead of do like exactly what does command nature to this spell, could I command the nature to like pull itself away from like the section or no?
I'm probably gonna say, well, let me double check. Like, there's
'Cause
more.
I
There's more.
animate-
Well, there's more than one. You call out spirits of nature to rouse them against your enemies. Choose a point. I don't think so. Not this.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, I couldn't do it anyways. I need verbal.
Well, about this time, you feel yourself gag out the frog. Plop! And
Is the potion over?
yes, the caterpillar disappeared.
My eyes just go to normal. I'm like, wait, did I just...
You still have
Who
that
put
plant.
that potion into my mouth? I swear I will lightning anyone. Did you do it? I point to one of the cultists on the roof.
Are you sure you want to do that?
You do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't really
That
sure
was
if you was
very
gonna
rude.
make it. So I was attempting what I could to help you out, but
why did you do that? That's so embarrassing. And I just kind of like flop onto the floor, and I just cover my. And then I like stick my head in my bag of holding for a little bit. Not longer than 10 minutes.
mumble under my breath. Well, wallow then.
You hear muffled screaming from inside the bag.
It looks like a druid came back or passed here and was trying to cover this path up.
Well, that's tough for
talking to
them.
the-
We keep going through this. Yeah, he's like, he doesn't see. Sorry, I'm just a little agitated that this trip is taking longer than it has to. Though I must admit, you and your friends did help us get here a little bit faster than we planned, so whatever. And he continues to keep chopping. Like he
How
doesn't.
long does it look like?
Go ahead.
You go first.
I can continue cutting along with him to make sure we
Mhm.
make.
How long
Dude.
does it look like it'll take to clear it all up?
Like I said, it's going to be like the pathway has been blocked off, not just from this point, but like going in deeper. So like you're looking at maybe a mile that's been covered. So they're trying to cut through about a mile of this shit. So that's going to take about 15 minutes or so.
I'm gonna do a spell that I have prepared
Is
This
it
morning.
is it burn down
called
forest?
Conjure Element.
Burn down forest.
No,
Okay.
look,
Fire elemental. All
Conjure
right, let's do it.
Elemental. No, not Fire Elemental.
Yes, it is
I
done.
did
I heard him say yes. Did you?
Earth
No.
Elemental. It takes a minute to cast it.
Okay, so let me entertain this idea. What do you plan to do with your earth elemental?
Have it help clear the path. It lasts for an hour.
Well, you're gonna
And
have
I
the
say-
elemental like I'm the juggernaut bitch and just plow through it.
Yeah. Pretty much. And I say, no one try to knock me out of concentration for the next hour, or else this thing will turn.
Or it'll turn.
That is not like a threat. That is a warning.
Evil. That's what he said.
So, a couple problems, or a couple situations. The Black Dragonborn kind of... Okay, so first, do you do it?
Yeah, what? Conjure the element?
Yep.
Yeah, I say, guys, I'm conjuring this, and I start doing, like, a weird, like...
Yeah, so after a minute of Freya and this Black Dragonborn cutting through all this shit, trying to shoot the breeze, all of a sudden it's interrupted by this giant growling earth elemental that's now going to try to attempt to plow through the thicket.
I have it helping, not just plowing through like a giant. That was Gideon saying. That's Gideon, that's not me. I know that there's people already trying to do that.
Make a persuasion check, because this Dragonborn doesn't know whether he should be insulted or grateful.
I'm trying to help, okay? Yeah, persuasion?
Yeah, well, certain people...
That's an actual 20.
Fine. You let your friend deal with this. And he'll go back to the car.
I ride the elemental like him. And I'm just like, go, my elemental, clear the path for us.
I'm gonna continue snipping.
Also, I'm really sorry for embarrassing you, Freya. I'm sorry.
It's not me that you should apologize to.
I'm also
My
sorry
mate.
to you too, Ragnar.
He's not near you guys. He's in the carriage behind.
I thought we were close enough to...
No, okay, the Black Dragonborn's been leading you guys. So you got his entire carriage blocking the path between you and Ragnar's. So Ragnar's in the second carriage with his group. He's not up front with the front line. The front line's being held by the Black Dragonborn. Because he just doesn't trust any of you to get back to camp. Either way, this 15 minutes turns into 10 as your big earth elemental just slaps down all these brushes and vines and kind of like gets tangled up a couple of times, winds up rolling through a bunch of them, and then just kind of barrel rolls his way into the opening until it's finally clear road again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you all are able to continue with this earth elemental now falling further and further behind as you guys are... Well, no, they can earth glide and keep up, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back on the carriage with
A small
Ragnar.
bluebird lands on Ragnar's thing and it says, I'm really sorry for what I might have said during the... This is from Ryder.
No shit.
This is just in case you didn't know. And I'm at the back of... on top of the carriage. But yeah, you get a little bluebird that sets that into your ear.
Leon hears it and he's like, so Ragnar, as he kind of like pops his head up between you and Freya, are we offering her up when we get there? I mean, it seems to be the only way to deal with this.
Unfortunately, she's not my follower. That
Yeah.
is the white one.
And the way he's
Can't really
looking,
make that decision.
if you want to make an insight check, but at the moment you're kind of like, you can't tell if he's serious or if he's joking. But you're free to make an insight if you want to verify.
How serious he is.
Do you want to know, Freya? He's like right there between the two of you.
Hold on a minute. I'm RPing something. Oh.
Ah, the cheerful music. Feel like we should be under stress right now.
And yes, insight.
I don't know. You guys probably think he's serious. But yeah, he kind of like pokes his head back out and it's like, whatever. And you guys continue on. So unless there's any other conversations you want to have, any more awkwardness you would like to create?
No, the rider is just sitting in the back quietly and kind of soft.
Then with that, you come to a clearing, and there's like 4 white pillars, marble-like pillars, but they're like chipped up in many places. Looks like it's been here a while. And they seem to just be on the road, like 2 on each side. And then you hear the Black Dragonborn finally say, I think we're finally here. Now, I know we're here. Alright, get these horses pulled off to the side and let's get down to it. And everybody kind of unloads at this location.
I jump off.
Yeah, Leon
I just
comes out. You see the rest of his crew who was riding with him all out, stretching their legs. And Pyrrha is purposely like raising her arms, doing a long stretch and letting you see every curve of her body as she does so. And her, you know, her tiefling tail just sticking straight out and then swaying softly in the wind. And the 2 half-elves that are watching her is like, they kind of roll their eyes at her. And she's like, what? Nothing. And then all of a sudden you see everybody kind of like skipping into the woods that are nearby. And Ragnar, you know this is like the way to the actual temple. These pillars are put up as a marker.
Right,
and
so
then,
it'll
yeah,
slow down.
yeah, and then as you kind of like go off to the side of the road in the direction that they're going, eventually you find like a silver plate. And, you know, you pull it's like concealed with like brushes, shrubbery and whatnot, and you can kind of see people like peeling it back. And then they pull back the silver plate and it kind of slides into the groove, and you can see a 10-foot wide and a stairway leading down like into a deep cellar. And it just kind of travels down. You can kind of catch the whiff of the air of the under earth as you kind of like get closer to it. And you can see the group starting to descend into the lower regions of this hidden temple. Until eventually you guys are up to the stairways.
I follow them quietly, just hanging my head.
Leon kind of like sighs of relief and he's like, finally back home. And he starts descending. You know, you guys could say these out loud. It's not easy for me to keep reading. But you all start descending into the cellar-like descent, you know, and it goes for about, I don't know, about 60 feet, and it keeps inclining down. So you're getting deeper and deeper, and then it opens up into like a cave-like path. And there's like scones every 50 feet or so, lighting the area, so you guys can, you know, those without dark vision can see where they're going. And the scones seem to be like lighting up as the Black Dragonborn and his group kind of leads the charge, and they kind of light up as he gets closer to it. And then eventually, this tunnel leads into a wide chamber, and you could see other people inside here. I would say there was a door before you got there. That the door has been left open as you approach, of course. And you see this wide chamber where, you know, maybe where a huge dragon could possibly perch, roost, belong. I mean, this is a huge area. We're probably talking about 100 by 100, or maybe even more than that. We're talking Walmart proportions. Super Walmart proportions. At any rate, you see a lot of unfamiliar faces, and Pyrrha like breaks away from the Black Dragonborn and runs up to a Blue Dragonborn, and she hands over the package that she's been holding on to. But other than that, you're all invited into this chamber. And the blue dragonborn kind of comes over. So, finally made it back from your trip, have you? My name is Nikon. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he kind of walks up to Freya. So, finally realizing the power our mistress can give us.
Yes.
What's the matter? You seem disappointed or something.
Not disappointed.
There now, and he like puts a finger on your chin and just trying to make you perk up a little bit. It'll be alright, I promise. It won't even hurt.
I'm not worried about that.
Well, you can at least seem a little bit happier about being here. Well then, you guys want to take a break before we get started? We'll set up the ritual if you want to go ahead and get into this, and we'll have the final headdress done.
I nod softly.
And he's like gauging you, and he kind of turns to Ragnar. Is she alright? What happened? I feel like something happened.
Just had a bit of an incident on the way here. She'll be alright.
If you say so. Well then, come. Let's all get some rest. And kind of pulls you out of this chamber room into like a dining region that's kind of like hidden away in one of these several rooms that are like lining the giant chamber. And he's like, here, have a rest. If you need food, we'll get some food ready for you, but by all means, rest up. We're going to go ahead and prepare the ritual.
I
So-
go to one of the rooms.
Yeah. And yeah, you're led into...
On the bed.
It's... What?
I think I sat down on the bed. Yeah?
Oh, no. You're like in a dining hall that he led you into. So you'd be sitting at a table. Like, he's offering food. But if you're wanting to lay down, I mean... He can, like...
Yeah. Freya just kind of want to lay down.
Yeah, like, if you voice that, somebody will be like, oh, well then... Yeah, by all means, let me...
I think I just need to collect my thoughts a little bit, if you don't care.
Sure. Now, Vexy, why don't you be a doll and help her out? Will you lead her to one of the resting rooms? Very well. And the Black Dragonborn looks over to Nike. Come on, it'll be fine. They're like sharing a scowl with each other. Seems to be like a minor power struggle from what you could tell. But, Vexy like takes your hand. Come on, I'll take you somewhere where you can rest. And then she kind of has a moment with you as you kind of break away from the group. Is anybody else doing anything before I continue the scene?
Pretty good. I'll just rest somewhere. Can I roll hit die?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Your rest is not guaranteed. Especially you, apparently. Boy, that didn't sound right. Never mind. Anyway, so Vexy pulls you away, and she's like, you don't seem as lively as you were before. What's wrong? And she leads you into
Just
a room.
minor incident that happened.
Well, you know, we all heard that, and I'm sorry.
It's fine. I guess. I hope.
Well,
If not, I guess it wasn't meant to be. And a tear slowly but surely comes down across her cheek, kissing every skull along the way.
hey, Freya, dear, you must understand. She's like staring at you, a little confused, like, who's gonna leave you? Like, what's the problem?
It's okay, Dixie.
Ragnar, Vexy and Freya walked out. What are you doing?
I just kind of took a seat at the table and started to eat.
Yeah, Leon kind of like sits next to you. She didn't look too good. Is she sick?
No, we had kind of just officially became a thing before all of that happened. I'll probably have to speak with her here in a little while.
Oh, thing you say. And he kind of looks at you with new interest. And you're not, I don't know, I don't even think you need to make a check, but he seems to be taking new interest. This is wonderful news, actually.
It is, but
Yeah, very
I
good.
just don't want any flag throws from the other ones based off of her initial behavior
Oh,
in a situation like this.
well, if you need help fixing this somehow, I mean, I'm sure I can apply some of my trade and get some certain things done.
You do got a knack for that, Leon.
Of course. I mean, what are friends for, right?
Exactly.
And as you guys are having your little meal and having this conversation, this woman dressed in black robes has like a black cowl over her hair and long gray hair just kind of like scaling down. And she kind of enters. She has like dark markings under her eyes, and she kind of gets this greeting from everybody. She's like, "Oh, it's the High Priestess! Marcella, how are you, my lady?" And she kind of like raises a hand. "So, you have arrived." "Yes, ma'am, we're finally back." And the Black Dragonborn finally steps up. "Yeah, we've made our return from Tynac, and apparently we were able," and he kind of shoots a glance over to Ragnar, "to convince the White Dragonborn to accept her mantle as an avatar." And then he looks back at her. "Very good. Now where is she?" "She's currently resting in a room with Vexy." And he seems to be giving that a little anger in his voice as he says that. "Very well. Fetch them, and we shall get ready. As you command." And she kind of walks out of the room.
I'll stand up from my seat. I'll be sure to go get her and bring her back. I'll just kind of walk out of the room.
Alright. Yeah, so the Ashkin was going to, and then you kind of like intercepted him. "Very well then. I'll go." And he pretty much says to anybody who's left in the dining hall, "I shall go and prepare the ceremony with the rest of them. You all know what to do." Kind of points to his crew. And yeah, they quickly eat up what they have left, and they make their way out. And like most of the people that are left in here would be Glasgow and Gil and Ragnar's men and Eric, who was the financer of the last bit of stuff. But so that leaves also Gideon and Ryder in here as well.
Gideon's not had a whole lot to do in this last little segment other than shoving a frog in a throat.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
That's how it kept you silent.
Ryder's just sitting against one.
Right. So yeah, I mean, you two could have a conversation here.
I mean, I already knew all this shit, so.
Mm-hmm.
Ryder's just not saying anything. She's just sitting down and looking down at several pages in her book that she's drawn different planes from her travels over the Tynac and Timor region. Now, Timor region.
Mm-hmm.
And then Star whispered you and rolled for me.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, like I'm bouncing back and forth from token, so I'm not always on the chat.
Yes, sir.
Alright, well actually I didn't realize what time it is. We should probably go ahead and end it here. So yeah.
The temple's made out of stone, right?
Some of it. Not all.
So
Not all of
that
it.
can be burned. I won't do there's like big like brazier fires from Wisconsin.
Yeah, there's scones that are lighting up, but you think it's magic.
Oh, okay. There's
But-
no like fireplace.
There might be fireplaces, but you haven't really explored this place to its fullest yet, which we will get into on our next week installment. So we're going to go ahead and end it here. Nice little cliffhanger for us to think about. And,
So.
yeah. Nice use of the potion. Though, that was intense.
Might have thrown a bit of a monkey wrench in some of the work. Well
Probably.
played, though, writer. Like,
Mm.
nicely done in character.
Yeah, props on being in character for that. So, you know what? Since I'm thinking
I
about
would
it.
award inspiration for that.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was-
sitting here thinking, everybody go ahead and take inspiration because you all participated in that scenario, which is great. I think that's... So you got inspiration
That was
whenever you...
terrible.
It was
hated
very-
that.
So good.
That's
It was
so
so
well.
good, but it was terrible.
that's the kind of role play you promote, apparently. So
Dude, that was a train wreck, except the train was full of babies.
oh mercy. But yeah, join us next week as we continue on Wednesdays at 7, and then stay tuned for when we decide when we're going to have our next campaign during the week. We're talking about doing some stuff, but we'll see how that goes. And for now, we'll just keep doing Wednesdays until we run out of ideas. Sounds like a plan for now. Yeah. Anybody else got any announcements or anything?
Nope.
No? Well, with that, we'll go ahead and wish everybody a good night. Thank you for joining us.
Right.
I have a lot of fixing to do. I gotta save face.
Yeah.
There is a fix for this, but I don't think you're going to like the options. But
I
yeah,
said save face.
yeah, well, yeah, this would save face. But at any rate, yeah, join us next week, 7 p.m., and we will talk to you then. And until next time, do you hear the calling?